Chapter 411. When Bai Qinyan was sucked into the Sand Tyrant Dragon, the Azure Water Sword sect's leader, Yan Xing, had a slight change in expression. He quickly flew over and raised his hand, ready to blast away Long Yu's Tyrannosaurus of Sand. Yan Xing was a terrifying cultivator in the Tianhua realm. If he made a move, he would definitely be able to save Bai Qinyan and even severely injure Long Yu, or even kill him. For a Tianhua realm cultivator, dealing with Long Yu was just a matter of waving their hands. However, when Yan Xing stepped forward, someone from Yellow Sand City's side also flew out. It was Yi Luan's fourth senior sister, He Qinxue. He Qinxue, who was dressed in a white robe, flew through the air and directly blocked Yan Xing's way. The two of them challenged each other fairly, and it was Bai Qinyan who initiated it first. Don't you think it's a little too unkind for you to interfere now? Get lost. Yan Xing's handsome face turned cold as he glared at He Qinxue. You dare to stop me? Do you want to die? Haha, what a joke. Are the Azure Water Sword sect members so sore losers? Behind them, Yi Luan burst out laughing. Bai Qinyan is so arrogant that he wants to challenge our brother, Mountain Ghost. Now that he's at a disadvantage, you can't stand it anymore? Suddenly, not only the people of Yellow Sand Sky City began to laugh, but even many people of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate began to whisper. Yan Xing wanting to interfere in a fair challenge was indeed despicable. However, Yan Xing did not care about other people's opinions at all. He just stared coldly at He Qinxue and said, "Move." "I won't," He Qinxue said lightly. Yan Xing was so angry that his teeth itched. However, he didn't dare to make a move against He Qinxue because He Qinxue's strength was definitely not below his. He had never expected that the only initial human realm brat in Yellow Sand Sky City would be able to comprehend the Yellow Sand Sky City's signature martial skill, the Tyrant Sand Dragon, and put Bai Qinyan in danger. Of course, even if he couldn't do anything to He Qinxue, Yan Xing couldn't just stand by and watch. He turned around and looked coldly at the center of the stage, staring at the devil mask on Long Yu's face. "Kid, if you don't stop now, then you are going to become enemies with our Azure Water Sword sect. You will definitely face the endless pursuit of our Azure Water Sword sect. You guys are the ones who asked for the challenge. You want me to stop now, unless he admits defeat." The corners of Long Yu's mouth curled up. At this moment, Bai Qinyan had already been sucked into the Tyrannosaurus of Sand. Even if he shouted that he surrendered, no one outside would be able to hear him. "You dare to kill members of my Azure Water Sword sect?" Yan Xing became even more furious as he glared at Long Yu. "Why wouldn't I dare?" Long Yu's expression turned cold. "On the path of martial arts, since you've issued a challenge, you must be responsible for it. What right does a person who can't even afford to lose have to challenge others? Since you issued the challenge, you naturally have to pay the price." As soon as he finished speaking, Long Yu's heart jerked. He clenched his fist tightly and his profound energy suddenly erupted. That Tyrannosaurus of Sand instantly exploded with a roar, and even Bai Qinyan, who was inside, exploded into pieces. The yellow sand that was condensed from profound energy gradually dissipated in mid-air. Bai Qinyan's body didn't appear, because he had already vanished along with the yellow sand. A genius disciple that the Azure Water Sword sect had just recruited vanished just like that. And Long Yu, from the beginning to the end, only used one move, Tyrannosaurus of Sand. This move allowed Long Yu to kill Bai Qinyan without exposing his own identity. "You're dead." Yan Xing stared at Long Yu, his eyes flashing with endless murderous intent. His entire body erupted with an extremely violent aura, as if he wanted to use his aura to crush Long Yu. "Mountain Ghost, don't be afraid." He Qinxue felt the aura that erupted from Yan Xing. With a wave of her hand, she also condensed a burst of aura to resist and completely block his aura. "You are a member of our Yellow Sand Sky City. As long as our Yellow Sand Sky City still exists, you will be protected. He Chinchua smiled at Long Yu. Many thanks. Long Yu respectfully thanked her in a hoarse voice. To be honest, he was indeed a little touched by He Chinchua's actions. It seemed like apart from a few people in Yellow Sand Sky City, most people were worth befriending. At least, this Yellow Sand Sky City did indeed make Long Yu feel warmth, just like when he was in the Gentian clan. After killing Bai Qinyan, no one else would know of Long Yu's identity. Yi Luan, of course, wouldn't reveal Long Yu's identity. Apart from him, no one else knew of Long Yu's true identity. No matter how Bai Tianyi and the others guessed, they couldn't be sure that he was Long Yu. In fact, Bai Tianyi, Xuanji, and Shan Hai didn't really guess that he was Long Yu. After all, Long Yu was trapped in the Dragon Bone Ancient Tower and couldn't possibly have survived. Something shocking happened in the Beast Garden. I wonder how the Dragon Bone Ancient Tower is doing now. The people we sent to the 17th floor of the Big Dipper should be back soon. Bai Tianyi and Shan Hai were discussing something. They obviously wanted to know the situation of the Dragon Bone Ancient Tower and had already sent people to check. Usually, no one would go to the Dragon Bone Ancient Tower when there was nothing going on. If Bai Tianyi sent people there now, the news they would receive would be that the Dragon Bone Ancient Tower had disappeared. The ancient weapon was now with Long Yu. However, it seemed that they couldn't wait for the martial arts cultivators to return. Because from the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm, a hurricane with infinite destructive power was sweeping toward them at an extremely fast speed. Protect everyone! Bai Tianyi's expression changed when he saw the situation. He hurriedly raised his arms and called out, "Everyone in the Heavenly Realm, use your strongest means to create a defensive barrier. Don't let this hurricane hurt everyone." Long Yu raised his head and felt the aura contained in the hurricane in front of him. His expression changed. The power contained in this hurricane was too strong. If he was alone, there was absolutely no way he could withstand it. Hearing Bai Tianyi's words, all the martial arts cultivators who had stepped into the heavenly realm became nervous. One by one, they gathered the power of the laws that they had comprehended and displayed their defensive means. Even Yan Xing was no exception. Although he was extremely angry at Long Yu for killing Bai Qinyan, he could feel that if he were to ignore the hurricane, most of the Kanglan Sword Sect disciples behind him would be sucked into it and die. For a time, all sorts of defensive techniques had been utilized simultaneously. Profound energy of various colors surged into appearance, and they condensed into layer after layer of defensive barriers that blocked the gale. Everyone only felt a loud bang, as if the entire world was about to collapse. Even the sky and the 2 layers of the Big Dipper beneath their feet were trembling. Such a hurricane can only be released by a cultivator in the Heavenly Calamity Realm. Many in the crowd couldn't help but speculate. Fortunately, this place was very far from the Northern Academy of the Mandate Realm. The hurricane was blocked by the combined forces of many cultivators in the Heavenly Realm. Bai Tianyi, Xuanji Shanhai, He Chinchua, Yan Xing, and the others all looked a little pale. It was obvious that they, who had blocked the hurricane head-on, did not feel good. "Master, what on earth is going on?" Yan Xing forcibly suppressed the urge to vomit blood, and asked Bai Tianyi with a sullen face. Originally, he didn't care much about this so-called crisis. But now, after personally blocking such a hurricane, Yan Xing finally took it seriously. All the exotic beasts in the 88th Star Beast Garden are rioting. Moreover, I suspect that there is a leader of the exotic beasts that is leading all the exotic beasts, causing them to come out in an organized manner and occupy the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate. Bai Tianyi said in a low voice, "According to our estimates, the Northern Academy of the Mandate Realm now has at least 1 exotic beast in the Heavenly Calamity Realm, 10 exotic beasts in the Heavenly Flower Realm, and at least 100 exotic beasts in the Heavenly Beginning Realm." When this number was said, everyone present gasped. So many exotic beasts, where did they come from? In the past, the 88-star beast garden only imprisoned exotic beasts in the heavenly flower realm, and there were only 3 of them. There were also less than 10 exotic beasts in the heavenly beginning realm. These exotic beasts all came from the otherworld. Could it be that there is a passage to the otherworld in the beast garden? How dare you think about it? If that's the case, isn't our heavenly mandate continent finished? Everyone in the field began to discuss it. Long Yu listened to everyone's conversation, and his face darkened. He knew where these exotic beasts came from. They were indeed tyrannical exotic beasts from otherworlds, and they had been captured and imprisoned by the dragon of the 9 underworlds. Now, it could not be ruled out that these exotic beasts had found a way to communicate with the otherworld and called for help from their homeworld. Look, the people from Jiutian Star Palace and Glaze Moon Palace are here. It really is Elder Xiao Ziji leading the team. As everyone exclaimed, Long Yu turned his head and looked behind him. Indeed, he saw another 2 groups of martial arts practitioners flying over quickly. It seemed that they were from Jiutian Star Palace and Glaze Moon Palace respectively. Elder Xiao Ziji? Long Yu looked at a group of people. This group of people wore robes of various colors, and their robes all had 9 stars embroidered on them. They were obviously from Jiutian Star Palace. The martial arts practitioner in the lead looked to be in his 20s, but in reality, he was already 40 years old. He was Elder Xiao Ziji, who had just entered the heavenly flower realm. He was also the guy who wanted to marry Long Yu's mother, Bei Yuyao. Xiao Ziji had just broken through to the heavenly realm a year ago and entered the heavenly beginning realm, and he became an elder of Jiutian Star Palace. Not long after, he used his authority as an elder to obtain many precious elixirs, and he broke through the bottleneck and entered the heavenly flower realm. He became an extremely rare cultivator in the entire heavenly mandate continent. Such a person could be considered a dragon among men in the heavenly dipper realm. Unfortunately, in Long Yu's eyes, this guy was extremely disgusting. He actually wanted to marry Bei Yuyao and become Long Yu's stepfather. How could Long Yu admire such a guy? This Xiao Ziji was quite good-looking, but he always had a frivolous look on his face, making him look rather frivolous. He led the people from Jiutian Star Palace and finally arrived in front of the crowd. Long Yu looked at the other group of people and realized that the martial arts practitioners from Glaze Moon Palace were actually all women. Moreover, all of them were wearing veils, making them look extremely mysterious. Hey, this outfit looks a bit like someone I've seen before. That's right, Long Yu. When Long Yu saw this group of martial arts practitioners from Glaze Moon Palace, he thought of the adopted daughter of Mo Shanjian of the Tang Empire. Wasn't Long Yu dressed like these female cultivators? Chapter 412. When the people from Jiutian Star Palace and Liuli Moon Palace arrived, Bei Tianyi finally felt relieved. Everyone, let's go and have a look. The people from Thundercloud Castle have already gone there, but the situation is definitely not good. Bei Tianyi said to the leaders of the 4 forces who came to support, I don't know if those strange beasts have escaped. The leader of Jiutian Star Palace was Xiao Ziji, who wanted to marry Bei Yuyao. The handsome Xiao Ziji glanced at everyone present, and his eyes lingered on the faces of Liuli Moon Palace, He Qinxue, and other girls for a moment. Then he said casually, Since you are here, let's go. I want to see what kind of strange beasts dare to behave atrociously in our heavenly mandate continent. The dozen people from Liuli Moon Palace all wore veils of different colors. It seemed that they were divided according to their martial arts realm. The woman in the lead wore a purple veil, and she was also a warrior in the heavenly flower realm. She didn't speak but just followed the crowd and led the female disciples of Liuli Moon Palace toward the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm. Bei Tianyi, Xiao Ziji, Yan Xing, He Qinxue, and the warrior in the Heavenly Flower Realm from Liuli Moon Palace took the lead, and the others followed behind. There were more than 400 people in total, and they headed toward the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm. Yen Huan Mo, Man Xian, Tian Yutian. As Long Yu moved forward, he glanced at the crowd and found that many people he knew from the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm were in the group. Bei Tianyi brought along all the disciples who had entered the Heavenly Human Secret Realm. Only Xuanji Shanhai and a few other disciples of the Heavenly Human Secret Realm were left behind to guard the rest of the people from the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm. Along the way, the newcomers from Jiutian Star Palace and Liuli Moon Palace learned about the general situation of those strange beasts from Bei Tianyi. The idiots from Thundercloud Castle are really seeking their own death. Xiao Ziji smiled casually. Even the Lord of the Northern Academy and all the people from the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm have been driven out by those strange beasts. Do the people from Thundercloud Castle think that they can take advantage of those strange beasts? His words were quite rude. Not only was he scolding the people of Thundercloud Castle, but he was also looking down on the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm. Bai Tianyi knew that Xiao Ziji was upset because Bei Yuyao ran away, but he didn't say anything. The most important thing now was to gather everyone's strength and take back the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate from the strange beasts. The closer they got to the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm, the more they could feel the strange and tyrannical aura of the strange beasts from the other world spreading around. The source of these beasts' auras was the 88th Star Beast Garden of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm. Very soon, a large group of strange-looking withered branch exotic beasts appeared before them, immediately pouncing towards them. It's just a group of human realm beasts. Let's kill them. Seeing this, Bai Tian immediately gave the order. Without any hesitation, more than 400 people charged into the withered branch exotic beast. Since North Heaven and the other Heavenly Realm experts were in the team, this large group of human realm withered branch exotic beasts did not have the ability to fight back at all. They were all slaughtered. Of course, Long Yu also put in a lot of effort. He condensed the Tyrannosaurus of sand and killed many of the withered branch exotic beasts. He noticed that Yen Xing and Bai Tianyi, who were leading the team, kept glancing at him. Of course, Long Yu knew the purpose of these two people. Yen Xing was still thinking about revenge for Bai Qinyan, while Bai Tianyi was still wondering if he was Long Yu. In addition to these two people, Yen Huanma, Man Xian, Tian Yutian, and the others also looked at Long Yu from time to time, trying to confirm his identity. Unfortunately, Long Yu did not display his original power at all, so they could not see his identity at all. There's a Heavenly Flower Realm beast in front. Very soon, as they approached the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm, an extremely huge withered branch exotic beast appeared in front of them, exuding the aura of a Heavenly Flower Realm expert. Bai Tianyi, Yen Xing, He Qinxue, Xiao Ziji, and the woman from Liuli Moon Palace immediately took to the air and attacked. A Heavenly Flower Realm beast could not resist the joint attack of the five people. It retreated and was soon smashed into pieces by the power of Bai Tianyi's golden, fighting character. However, after the death of this exotic beast, several other withered branch exotic beasts in the Heavenly Mandate Realm flew out from the direction of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm. They're all Heavenly Flower Realm beasts. Everyone's heart sank, but there was nothing they could do. They could only go up and prepare for battle. Long Yu observed the battle of the 5 Heavenly Flower Realm cultivators from behind and gained a lot of inspiration from it. The biggest difference between the Heavenly Realm and Human Realm cultivators was that Heavenly Realm cultivators could borrow the power of the laws from heaven and earth to the greatest extent. Even Heavenly Beginning Realm cultivators could borrow the power of the laws of heaven and earth more than 10 times stronger than Human Tribulation Realm cultivators. This also made the power of the laws of heaven and earth extremely overwhelming. Moreover, Heavenly Realm cultivators seemed to be able to cultivate certain martial arts techniques that allowed them to integrate the power of the laws into them, producing an effect similar to the Heavenly Mandate Divine Light. Ordinary martial arts techniques could only be activated with Qi. The Heavenly Mandate Divine Light was the ultimate skill of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Institute. Not only could it be activated with Qi, but it could also be activated with the power of the laws of heaven and earth or the power of the divine characters. In front of them, He Qinxue, Baitian Yi, and the others were all special martial arts techniques that could be activated with the laws of heaven and earth. They might not be as powerful as the Heavenly Mandate Divine Light, but they were much stronger than other ordinary martial arts technique. The Yellow Sand Sky City's upper-grade Earth-level martial arts technique, the Sand Tyrannosaurus, could only be activated with Qi, but the power of this move was already extraordinary. In addition to this move, Yellow Sand Sky City also had many Earth-level martial arts techniques that could be activated with the laws of heaven and earth. Most of these martial arts techniques could only be cultivated after entering the heavenly realm. In the field, not only the 5 Heavenly Flower Realm warriors, but the other Heavenly Beginning Realm martial arts cultivators also joined forces to deal with a withered tree beast in the Heavenly Flower Realm. Although they couldn't defeat it, they could withstand its attack. At the same time, a large number of weaker withered tree beasts also appeared from all directions and rushed toward the crowd, pulling everyone into the battle. Long Yu released the Sand Tyrannosaurus, constantly bombarding the withered tree beasts that approached. Even the beasts in the Renhua realm couldn't withstand a single move from him. Once the beasts in the Human Calamity realm came, Yi Luan would help Long Yu kill them and protect them. Not long after, the field became completely chaotic. Withered tree beasts were everywhere, and more than 400 martial arts cultivators were quickly divided into small groups, each fighting on their own. Even the 5 Heavenly Flower Realm warriors, including Baitian Yi, were separated by the group of beasts. Soon, He Qinxue even faced a pincer attack from 2 withered tree beasts in the Heavenly Mandate realm. The situation was extremely dangerous. Has the Heavenly Mandate Northern Academy become a nest of beasts now? Why are there so many beasts? It's like falling into a rat's nest. Gu Yen spat out hatefully as he slaughtered. Looking at these strangely shaped withered branch-mutated beasts, it was truly too disgusting. I wonder what happened to the Heavenly Mandate Northern Academy, Long Yu thought to himself. Suddenly, he raised his head and saw Yen Huan, Man Xian, and Tian Yutian not far away. They were fighting back to back against the withered tree beast. Seeing a withered tree beast in the Human Calamity realm attacking the 3, Long Yu hurriedly gave Yi Luan a look. Understood. Yi Luan knew what Long Yu was thinking when he saw the look in his eyes. Now, more than 400 martial arts cultivators were all separated and fighting on their own. The more people there were in each group, the safer it would be, not to mention that the 3 people who were close to them were Long Yu's friends. Yi Luan raised his hand, and the Star Sea Law appeared directly. It directly condensed into a starry path, and extended toward Yen Huan and the other 2. Come here. As the starry path extended out, it suddenly blocked the withered tree beast in the Human Calamity realm and killed all the withered tree beasts along the way, forcibly opening a path for Yen Huan and the other 2. The 3 looked at each other and found that it was the team that was suspected to be Long Yu's team that saved them. They looked at each other and flew over. Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm, what's going on? Northern Academy Lord, is there anything you haven't told us? As soon as the 3 came over, Long Yu asked them directly. The 3 were all acquaintances. Long Yu did not change his voice, so the 3 recognized him as soon as he spoke. The man wearing a grimace mask in front of them was really Long Yu. But now the situation was urgent, and there were other people around, so the 3 did not exclaim. Yen Huan Mo directly told the truth. In our Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm, all 5 academies have built 88 Star Beast Gardens. They are all captured from the ancient Dragon Bone Tower. The purpose is to let the disciples fight with these exotic beasts and train their combat effectiveness. Nothing major has happened, but not long ago, Xuanji Shanhai found that the aura of the exotic beasts in the beast garden seemed to have become a little stronger. At first, he did not pay much attention, but soon the exotic beast tide broke out, and it became like this now. Does no one know what happened in the beast garden? Long Yu asked with a slight frown. After the exotic beast tide broke out, all the people who entered the beast garden died. Yen Huanmo's expression was a little bad, but I vaguely heard that there seemed to be a passage to a different world. From that passage, exotic beasts from the different world constantly appeared. Just as she was explaining, suddenly Long Yu shivered all over. He felt a sharp killing intent quickly sweeping toward him. That killing intent actually came from the genius of Kanglin's sword sect, Yen Xing. Long Yu raised his head and saw the white-robed Yen Xing not far away. Yen Xing was killing withered branches and strange beasts along the way, and was charging towards him, as if he was crushing dry weeds. His eyes were filled with boundless killing intent. Originally, there was a withered exotic beast in the Tianhua realm that was holding Yen Xing back. But now, that withered exotic beast was lured away by Yen Xing and was besieging He Qinxue with another withered exotic beast. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Yen Xing actually attacked Long Yu, wanting to kill Long Yu directly. At this time, this guy actually turned around to deal with his own people? Yi Luan's expression changed drastically. Chapter 413. The place was in chaos. Withered beasts were everywhere. The 400 martial cultivators from various forces were not enough. As a result, they were separated and had to fight their own battles. The sky was filled with withered beasts. All the martial cultivators had been surrounded. At this moment, Yen Xing gave up on dealing with the withered beasts and ran towards Long Yu. Although many people saw him, they could not help him at all. He Qinxue was already having a hard time dealing with 2 Heaven Flower Realm withered beasts. Seeing Yen Xing's actions, she immediately cursed. Yen Xing, how despicable can you be to attack your own people when you're facing a great enemy? Unfortunately, Yen Xing did not take He Qinxue seriously at all. In his eyes, there was only Long Yu, who was not far away from him, and the noble woman, Yen Huanmo, who was flying beside Long Yu. Yen Xing, stop. Yen Huanma's expression finally changed. She stood out and blocked Yen Xing's way. Yen Xing arrived before the crowd with a domineering aura. He looked down at the crowd with a cold smile, and did not even look at Yen Huanma. He stared at Long Yu and said, I've said it before. You'll pay the price if you dare to attack me. That's all you've got. You can't even deal with withered beasts of the same realm. You can only bully those of us who are weaker than you. Long Yu faintly smiled. He grabbed Yen Huanmo's wrist and pulled her behind him. No matter what, Long Yu could not let Yen Huanma stand before him. One must know that Yen Xing was someone who could even kill his own father. So what if Yen Huanma was his sister? This guy would never stop for Yen Huanma's sake. Therefore, there was only one way for Long Yu to deal with this. Where's Qihua now? Long Yu ignored Yen Xing and asked Yen Huanma instead. He has returned to the Soul Valley Demon Kingdom to deal with some internal affairs. Yen Huanma was slightly stunned before she answered. That's good. Long Yu nodded. He had been wondering why he hadn't seen Qihua. It turned out that the kid wasn't here. If that was the case, it would be easy. Faced with such a situation, he only had one choice: to release the ancient dragon bone tower. Although doing so would definitely expose his identity, Bai Chenyan's words not long ago had already made Bai Tianyi and the others suspicious. In addition, Bai Tianyi had already sent people to investigate the ancient dragon bone tower. News of the ancient dragon bone tower's disappearance would definitely come back soon. Since his identity was going to be exposed sooner or later, he might as well release the ancient dragon bone tower to resolve his current predicament. Originally, Long Yu wasn't so carefree, but seeing He Qinxue and the other Yellow Sand Sky City's martial cultivators so united, Long Yu dispelled his concerns. What nonsense are you spouting when you're about to die? On top of Long Yu's head, the handsome genius Yan Xing stared coldly at the crowd. You killed Bai Chenyan. I will make all 7 of you accompany him in death. Yan Huanmo is your sister. Long Yu glanced at him and said, I, Yan Xing, have never had any family. Die. Yan Xing's eyes were filled with coldness. He held a long sword in his hand and was about to unleash his powerful swordsmanship to kill Long Yu, Yi Luan, and the others. Gu Yan, Gu Jun, and Yi Luan gritted their teeth and prepared to use all their strength to block Yan Xing's attack. As for Yan Huanmo, her eyes were filled with disappointment. She didn't expect to hear the words, I have never had any family, after finally meeting her younger brother. Man Xin was even more frenzied. He swung his broadsword at Yan Xing, and 2 rays of blade radiance shot out. Tian Yutian frowned as his mind raced, but he couldn't think of any good ideas. Facing Yan Xing, whose strength was equivalent to Bai Tianyi, the North College head of the Heavenly Mandate realm, he had no chance of resisting. However, the next moment, something strange happened. Long Yu raised his hand, and a pitch-black dragon scale that seemed to have come from the depths of hell appeared in his hand. Then, a small ancient pagoda sprang out from it and rapidly expanded. This is the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda? Yan Huanmo, Man Xian, and the others who had seen the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda before were stunned. They saw the ancient pagoda in Long Yu's hand grow larger, and they could immediately tell that it was the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda. They couldn't wrap their heads around it. How did the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda end up in Long Yu's hands? It was like a battle weapon being controlled by Long Yu. Long Yu released the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda in an instant. The pagoda rapidly expanded and stood between him and Yan Xing, pushing Yan Xing away. Originally, Yan Xing was just about to execute a sword technique to kill Long Yu and the others. However, in the blink of an eye, the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda enlarged and sent him flying, landing in the midst of a large group of withered beasts. The material of the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda was extremely tough. Yan Xing saw stars and felt dizzy from the impact. At this moment, be it the human realm or heaven realm withered beasts, all of them extended their withered tentacles towards him. A strange energy surrounded Yan Xing. Even though Yan Xing was a Heaven Radiance realm expert, he couldn't help but fall into danger. When the Azure Water Sword sect disciples saw this, they couldn't be bothered with the sudden appearance of the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda. They immediately soared towards Yan Xing. Protecting Yan Xing was of utmost importance. Yan Xing was the prodigy of the Azure Water Sword sect, and was of great importance to the entire sect. If he were to die in the hands of the strange beasts because of a momentary dizziness, the Azure Water Sword sect disciples wouldn't be able to escape the blame. They might be curious about the appearance of the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda, but compared to their own lives, they were more concerned about their own. Brother Long, what are you, beside Long Yu? Tian Yutian was completely stunned. Looking at the sudden appearance of the gigantic ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda, he almost thought he was seeing things. That's my battle weapon. Long Yu let out a soft laugh and finally removed the devil mask on his face, revealing the smiling face that everyone had been yearning for. Your battle weapon? As soon as Long Yu said this, not only Tian Yutian, Yan Huanmo, and Man Xian, but even Yi Luan, Gu Yan, and Gu Jun were in disbelief. The ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda that had existed in the Tiangang realm for hundreds of years had always been used as a training ground by the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Institute. How could such a mysterious existence become Long Yu's battle weapon? Wasn't Long Yu too surprising? Back in the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda, I was chased by the disciples of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate and had no choice but to escape to the 7th floor of the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda. There, I found a way to control the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda. Long Yu squinted his eyes and explained, later on, when my mother escaped from the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate, I was the one who brought her away. She is now in this ancient pagoda. Impressive, impressive. Only then did everyone realize why Long Yu was able to come out of the ancient dragon bone pagoda alive. It was because he had used the ancient dragon bone pagoda as his battle weapon. Since Long Yu had decided to reveal his identity, the ancient dragon bone pagoda was no longer a secret. Moreover, now that the sky was filled with flying withered beasts, the only way to get rid of them all was to release the ancient dragon bone pagoda. When the ancient dragon bone pagoda was released by Long Yu, over 400 martial arts cultivators present were all shocked. Bei Tianyi found it even more unbelievable. Why would the ancient dragon bone pagoda appear here? He clearly saw that the ancient dragon bone pagoda had emerged from a piece of dragon scale that Long Yu had taken out. Could it be that the ancient dragon bone pagoda was already under Long Yu's control? Although it was too unbelievable, it was clearly the truth. That was the only way to explain where Bei Yuyao had gone. Bei Tianyi had always been puzzled as to why he had not been able to find Bei Yuyao's whereabouts after coming to the ancient dragon bone pagoda. Now, he finally knew the truth. She had been protected by Long Yu. That's the ancient dragon bone pagoda? Not far away, the female martial arts cultivators of the Glaze Moon Palace, who had been scattered by the withered beasts, all looked over. Beneath their veils, there was a hint of astonishment in their eyes. The martial arts cultivators of the Glaze Moon Palace did not know much about the ancient dragon bone pagoda. They had only heard of it. Even so, they still found it unbelievable that a huge pagoda thousands of feet tall had appeared out of nowhere. It was not just the people of the Glaze Moon Palace. The other martial arts cultivators in the vicinity who witnessed this scene were all shocked on the spot. However, although they were shocked on the spot, they were not ambushed by the withered beasts because of it. This was because immediately after, with a thought from Long Yu, he activated the power of the ancient dragon bone pagoda. An extremely powerful suppressive force burst forth, causing all the withered beasts in the surroundings to tremble. Ancient dragon bone pagoda, collect. Long Yu did not know how to activate the ancient dragon bone pagoda. He could only try to transmit his thoughts through the dragon seal of the 9 underworlds. What happened next did not disappoint him. The entire ancient dragon bone pagoda released a suction force towards the withered beasts. Many initial and magnificent realm withered beasts were sucked into it. Long Yu could sense that the absorbed withered beasts were all locked up on the second level of the ancient dragon bone pagoda. With a thought, he hurriedly released Bei Yuyao and Dozicheng. Otherwise, the two of them would definitely be surrounded and attacked by the withered beasts on the second level of the ancient dragon bone pagoda. This was not something Long Yu wanted to see. Bei Yuyao and Dozicheng were both stunned when they appeared. They looked at their surroundings, clearly not understanding what was going on. Long Yu had no choice but to give a simple explanation. Something has happened. I can only let you leave the ancient dragon bone pagoda first. A beast tide has broken out in the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Institute. Mother, Uncle Do, be careful. The two people who appeared out of nowhere shocked the people nearby once again. Fortunately, Yan Huanmo reacted quickly and started explaining to the two of them, Auntie, Uncle, it's like this. After Yan Huanma's explanation, the two of them roughly understood what was going on. Bei Yuyao was fine. After all, she already knew that Long Yu controlled the ancient dragon bone pagoda. At most, she was a little confused about the beast tide that broke out in the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Institute. However, Dozicheng was completely confused. Long Yu controlled the ancient dragon bone pagoda? A beast tide broke out in the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Institute. Chapter 4:14. Dozicheng felt that after hiding in the Dragon Bone Tower for so long, he seemed to have lost all contact with the outside world and had become a little slow. He looked around and immediately realized that there were martial cultivators from various forces in the Heavenly Dipper realm among the withered exotic beasts. So many forces in the Heavenly Dipper realm have joined forces to resist this beast horde. Seems like it's something incredible. Soon, He looked at the elder of the 9 heavenly stars palace. Xiaoziji was taken aback when the ancient dragon bone tower appeared. Immediately after, he saw the ancient dragon bone tower absorbing a large group of withered exotic beasts of the early and Hua realms. After that, Bei Yuyao and Dozicheng were sent out of the dragon bone tower, causing a smile to appear on Xiaoziji's handsome face. Bei Yuyao had appeared again. Xiaoziji had felt it was a pity that Bei Yuyao had gone missing for a long time. He didn't expect to see her again, not to mention that she had come out of the dragon bone tower. He glanced at Long Yu from afar, and his eyes flashed with greed. Now that Long Yu had taken off his mask, he naturally recognized him. Long Yu was the son of Bei Yuyao, whom he wanted to marry. To think that he could actually control a mysterious ancient building like the Dragon Bone Tower. This caused Xiaoziji to have a certain thought. How great would it be if he could take possession of the ancient dragon skeleton tower for himself? However, now was not the time for him to make his move. He was surrounded by powerful enemies, and there were many martial cultivators of the same cultivation level as Xiaoziji, such as Bei Tianyi and He Qinxue. Xiaoziji didn't want to be taken advantage of after he got the Dragon Bone Tower. The dragon scale in this kid's hand should be the key to controlling the Dragon Bone Tower, Xiaoziji thought to himself. His eyes were like a vulture's, clearly plotting something. He naturally saw Dozicheng when he saw Bei Yuyao. More than a year ago, he was the one who ordered his subordinates to hunt Dozicheng down. In the end, they lost a human glory realm cultivator, Yuan Haoning, and failed to find Dozicheng. Of course, Xiaoziji knew that Long Yu had saved Dozicheng with the help of the ancient dragon skeleton pagoda. However, this was not something worth Xiaoziji's attention. In his eyes, the most important thing now was to think of a way to get his hands on the ancient dragon skeleton tower. Many of the 400 martial cultivators present were staring at the ancient dragon skeleton tower with greedy looks. Even though they were surrounded by a large group of exotic beasts, it did not reduce their desire for a powerful combat weapon. Long Yu did not care about what the others thought. He activated the ancient dragon bone tower, and realized that apart from being able to absorb the withered beasts of the human initial and human glory realms, it could also emit a powerful aura. This wave of pressure caused all the withered exotic beasts' combat prowess to drop by at least half. Moreover, the higher the cultivation of the withered exotic beasts, the greater the suppression. Facing such a withered mutated beast, Long Yu felt that he could deal with a powerful mortal tribulation beast. Exterminate the beasts first. Bei Tianyi looked over from a short distance away and immediately issued an order to all the surrounding martial cultivators. It was a humiliation for Bei Tianyi that the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm was occupied by the withered exotic beast. Even if he wanted to deal with Bei Yuyao and Long Yu, he could only do so after dealing with these withered exotic beasts. When the ancient dragon skeleton tower appeared and suppressed the majority of the withered exotic beast's strength, the situation suddenly became one-sided. After being suppressed by the ancient dragon skeleton tower, the combat prowess of the withered exotic beasts plummeted. Even He Qinxue, who was fighting 1 against 2, suddenly felt a lot more relaxed. She even quickly gained the upper hand and killed the 2 Heaven Glory Realm withered exotic beasts. She turned back to look at the ancient dragon skeleton tower and frowned slightly. She then took the air and stood guard by Long Yu's side. Yan Xing, I will take your actions just now as a declaration of war against our Yellow Sand Sky City. He Qinxue looked at the Kanglan sword sect genius, Yan Xing, who was not far away. Yan Xing was in a daze after being hit by the suddenly enlarged ancient dragon skeleton tower. Fortunately, the other Kanglan sword sect disciples came to protect him, which saved him from being surrounded and killed by the withered exotic beast. Now that he finally woke up, he heard He Qinxue's words, which made his eyes flash with anger. So what if I declare war? Do you think my Kanglan sword sect will be afraid of you? Yan Xing looked at Long Yu coldly. This brat killed my sex genius, Bai Qinyan. He is already a mortal enemy of my Kanglan sword sect. If you don't hand him over, Bai Qinyan was killed during his battle with Long Yu. Since he proposed the challenge, he should be able to pay the price. What kind of logic is this to let someone from the sect take revenge after his death? He Qinshua said calmly and didn't back down at all. When Long Yu took off his devil mask and revealed his identity, he Qinshua naturally knew Long Yu's true identity. Ancient Dragon Skeleton Tower, go. Long Yu couldn't be bothered to deal with this Yan Xing gather? Stupid Naga? Pan? Betray Zhaoxing? And I? Tuancy? Pong. The surface of the gigantic ancient dragon skeleton tower was engraved with countless pitch-black patterns, making it look extremely mysterious. When it moved, it brought along a strange gale and smashed towards Yan Xing's group. Run! When Yan Xing and the Kanglan Sword sect members saw the situation, they were instantly startled and quickly dodged. As Long Yu was only at the initial mortal realm, he could only control a portion of the ancient dragon skeleton tower's power. Hence, the speed at which it moved wasn't fast enough. Yan Xing and his group flew through the air and immediately dodged to the side. However, after being forced to flee by a mere initial mortal realm brat with such a fearsome weapon, the anger in Yan Xing's eyes wasn't concealed at all. I gave you face but you don't want it. Kill him! Yan Xing didn't care that there were still plenty of withered mutated beasts in the surroundings and immediately led the Kanglan Sword sect members to kill Long Yu. While he wanted to kill Long Yu and take revenge for Bai Qinyan, Yan Xing also wanted to regain his face and find an opportunity to get his hands on the ancient dragon skeleton tower. Seeing that Yan Xing was about to make a move, Xiao Ziji couldn't hold back any longer. In Xiao Ziji's eyes, Bei Yuyao was his, and so was the ancient dragon skeleton tower. How could he allow the Kanglan Sword sect members to snatch the ancient dragon skeleton tower away? Get lost! Xiao Ziji raised his hand and flew over like a meteor. He actually cultivated an Earth-class movement technique and used the heaven and earth laws to execute it. His speed could be said to be the fastest among all the martial cultivators present. Xiao Ziji's body was like a star as he blocked in front of Yan Xing. What do you want? Yan Xing steadied himself and spoke in a cold voice. I remember that my Kanglan Sword sect doesn't have any grudges with your 9 Heaven Star Palace. Now we do. Xiao Ziji smiled faintly. Bei Yuyao is going to be my wife. How can I let you bully my woman? His words made Bei Yuyao and Dou Zicheng furious. Dou Zicheng was about to say something but was stopped by Long Yu. Long Yu narrowed his eyes and said, let them fight each other. As for what the dogs say, what's there to care about? Everyone laughed when they heard that. Yan Xing and Xiao Ziji looked at each other. One was resentful, while the other was indifferent. Just as Yan Xing was about to make a move with his sword in hand, a shout suddenly came from afar. You two, stop right now. The big guy among the exotic beasts is here. It was Bai Tianyi's voice. As soon as he spoke, everyone present looked in the direction of the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate realm. Indeed, they saw a withered exotic beast the size of a pavilion flying out. A withered exotic beast in the Heavenly Tribulation realm. As soon as this exotic beast appeared, it was immediately suppressed by the ancient dragon skeleton tower, and its strength was greatly reduced. Even so, it was not something that 1 or 2 martial cultivators in the Heavenly Flower realm could handle. I'll deal with you when we're done. Yan Xing glared at Xiao Ziji angrily, and turned to fly toward the giant exotic beast. Xiao Ziji lowered his head and glanced at Bei Yuyao and the others. He then got up and prepared to deal with the giant exotic beast. I'll go help too. Be careful. He Qinshua said to Long Yu and the others, then got up and flew off. A giant withered exotic beast in the Heavenly Tribulation realm exuded an extremely strange aura and was instantly surrounded by 5 martial cultivators in the Heavenly Flower realm. Bai Tianyi, Yan Xing, Xiao Ziji, He and the Heavenly Flower Realm female cultivator from the Glaze Moon Palace attacked together and completely suppressed the exotic beast in an instant. Of course, the biggest contributor to suppressing this exotic beast was the ancient dragon skeleton tower that Long Yu had activated. Without the ancient dragon skeleton tower, even if it was 5 against 1, they probably would not have had an advantage. In the heavenly realm, the difference in strength between each level was too great. Apart from Long Yu, almost no one else could fight an opponent that was a level higher. Divine Character, Do, Heavenly Mandate, Divine Light. Bei Tianyi raised his hand and a touch of indifference appeared on his aged face. He used the power of the Do Divine Character to condense the Heavenly Mandate Divine Light and blasted it at the giant withered exotic beast. Tyrannosaurus of Sand. A Tyrannosaurus of yellow sand was controlled by He and constantly bombarded the giant withered exotic beast. The withered exotic beast was covered in a thick layer of yellow sand, and its movements became extremely slow. Even releasing the power within its body became rather difficult. At the same time, the Azure Water Sword Sect, 9 Heaven Star Palace, and Glaze Moon Palace all displayed their ultimate skills. This Xiao Ziji is still very strong. Long Yu looked at Xiao Ziji from afar. He opened his mouth and spat out a burst of starlight, which then condensed into various combat weapons. There were sabers, spears, swords, halberds, staffs, and so on. They constantly attacked the giant withered exotic beast. He was the one with the highest killing power among the 5. Astral Battle Blade. It can be activated by the 9 Heaven Star Law and condense into 9 different combat weapons. It is extremely powerful. Do Zicheng chuckled behind Long Yu and said, "Long brat, I don't know this move. Even if you want to learn it, I can't teach you." "Forget it." Long Yu shook his head and said, "I have too many martial arts skills to learn now. Instead of learning this move, I might as well consolidate the martial arts skills I have learned in the past." His attitude surprised the people around him. Brother Long is right. Instead of learning many martial arts skills, it is better to be proficient in one. Chapter 4:15. Of course, no one knew that Long Yu had not only cultivated the Tyrannosaurus of Sand of Yellow Sand City, but he had also comprehended the heavenly mandate Divine Light of the Sacred Institute to the peak level. If he wanted to, he could even cultivate the ultimate technique of the Thundercloud Castle, the Thundercloud Storm. It should be noted that the person who left him the bamboo slip was the previous lord of the Thundercloud Castle, Wang Chongfeng. Under the combined attacks of the 5 Heaven Flower Realm cultivators, the gigantic withered beast retreated step by step. Very quickly, more than half of the withered tentacles on its body were chopped off, and its entire body was torn into pieces. The beast in the Heavenly Tribulation Realm has been killed. The Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm is safe. Everyone present breathed a sigh of relief, their faces filled with joy. If Long Yu had not suddenly released the ancient Dragon Bone Tower, the many martial arts cultivators present would not have been a match for the group of withered beasts. It was thanks to the pressure of the ancient Dragon Bone Tower that the power of the beasts was mostly suppressed, allowing them to be killed by the many martial arts cultivators. With a loud bang, Xiao Ziji raised his hand to activate the Starry Blade. Several types of battle weapons immediately cut the giant withered beast into pieces, killing it completely. The 5 Heaven Flower Realm elites all had relaxed expressions on their faces. The people from the Thundercloud Castle are nowhere to be seen. Could they have already broken into the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm? Bei Tianyi and the others could not help but think. With suspicion, they looked back at Long Yu almost at the same time. The crisis of the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm had been resolved. It was time to deal with Long Yu, right? However, at this moment, no one noticed that there was an extremely ferocious pressure suddenly coming from the direction of the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm. The pressure condensed into a beam and surged towards where the ancient dragon skeleton tower was located. Long Yu felt a chill in his heart, and his heartbeat accelerated. The dragon seal of the 9 underworlds instantly sent out a message, causing him to activate the ancient dragon bone tower subconsciously and charge forward. Long Yu gritted his teeth. He felt the ancient dragon bone tower and the strong aura of the other party, and he was gradually losing. Brother Long, what's wrong? Seeing the beads of sweat on Long Yu's face, the others couldn't help feeling curious. Tian Yutian directly asked, "Is there something wrong with the ancient pagoda? There's an even stronger exotic beast." Long Yu said bluntly, "An even stronger exotic beast." Everyone was shocked when they heard this. They all looked toward the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm in disbelief. In everyone's eyes, the Heavenly Tribulation Realm was the strongest existence. Beyond the Heavenly Calamity Realm was the existence of the secret realm of divinity. No one had ever seen it before. How could there be a withered beast from the secret realm of divinity in the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate? Long Yu sensed that the powerful exotic beast's pressure was completely focused on the Dragon Bone Tower. No one else noticed it. Because of this, Baitian Yi and the others not far away turned around and prepared to deal with Long Yu's matter. Qinshue returned to Long Yu immediately. Seeing Long Yu clenching his teeth and sweating profusely, and hearing the explanations of the people around her, she immediately understood what was going on. Don't act rashly, everyone. There's an even stronger exotic beast in the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm. Right now, Long Yu is fighting against the aura of that exotic beast. Qinshue saw Beitiani, Yan Xing, and Xiao Ziji turn around and look at Long Yu and said immediately, "An even stronger exotic beast?" Yan Xing sneered and looked at Long Yu, who was sweating profusely. That exotic beast just now was already in the Heavenly Tribulation Realm. If there's an even stronger exotic beast, wouldn't it be in the secret realm of divinity? Stop struggling. Beitiani looked at Long Yu and said plainly, "Long Yu, I admit that you have some tricks up your sleeve to be able to control the Dragon Bone Tower. However, this Dragon Bone Tower has always been the property of the Sacred Academy of Heavenly Mandate. Now Beitiani will be taking it back." Without a doubt, Beitiani also had his eyes on the Dragon Bone Tower that Long Yu was controlling. After all, the ancient dragon skeleton pagoda had played a huge role in the previous battle, and everyone had witnessed it with their own eyes. No one knew what level of existence such a terrifying warrior weapon was, so it was naturally extremely attractive to everyone. North Academy Lord, there's no need to say anything more. This kid is already drenched in cold sweat from fear. Xiao Ziji smiled suavely and looked at Long Yu with a disdainful smile. The Dragon Bone Tower is too precious. It's not something a kid like you is qualified to own. You'd better hand it over to us cultivators for safekeeping. The three of them spoke one after another. Their hands didn't slow down in the slightest as they flew straight towards Long Yu's location. These three cultivators in the Tianhua realm had actually attacked Long Yu at the same time for the Dragon Bone Tower. This scene caused Qinshue and the crowd around Long Yu to be filled with righteous indignation. Three fools. Brother Long already said that there's an even stronger exotic beast. Instead of dealing with the exotic beast, you actually turned to attack Brother Long. Are you even human? The violent man Xin immediately cursed, not caring that one of them was his house lord. As expected, Beitiani's expression turned cold when he heard Man Xin's vulgarities. Man Xin, a disciple of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate, has spoken rudely and insulted the house lord. When this matter is over, you will be confined for a year. Disciples of the Kanglan Sword Sect, heed my command. Follow me to snatch the item in Long Yu's hands. Yan Xing snorted coldly and waved his hand to command the surrounding Kanglan Sword Sect martial arts practitioners. Their target was the dragon scale of the Hades in Long Yu's hands. A large group of Azure Water Sword Sect disciples were wielding long swords and combat weapons as they rushed towards Long Yushuan. This scene caused Long Yu to be incomparably angry. He was now fighting against the unknown exotic beast in the depths of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate. This group of people actually took the opportunity to snatch the dragon scale of the Hades in his hands. How disgusting! He glanced at Beitiani and saw Beitiani wave his hand. The surrounding disciples of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate surrounded him. It seemed that they wanted to take advantage of their numbers to snatch the dragon scale of the Hades in Long Yu's hands. If that's the case, I'm leaving. Long Yu snorted coldly. He didn't want to care about what was happening here anymore. If there was an even stronger exotic beast in the depths of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate, the Heavenly Mandate continent could only rely on the might of the ancient dragon bone tower to defeat it. However, since Beitiani treated the person who came to help him this way, why should Long Yu still help him? Long Yu moved his mind and put away the ancient dragon bone tower, shrinking it back into the dragon scale of the Hades. At this moment, the ancient dragon bone tower disappeared. The terrifying aura of the unknown exotic beast immediately exploded where the ancient dragon bone tower had been. That location happened to be the path that Beitiani, Yan Xing, and Xiao Ziji had to pass to kill Long Yu. In the next moment, many martial arts cultivators wanted to rush over and snatch the dragon scale from Long Yu's hand. However, the sudden burst of terrifying aura sent everyone flying. Even Beitiani, Yan Xing, and Xiao Ziji, the three Heavenly Flower Realm cultivators, were no exception. How could Heavenly Flower Realm martial arts cultivators resist an exotic beast that was stronger than the Tribulation Realm? This burst of aura alone injured the meridians of Beitiani, Yan Xing, and Xiao Ziji. They each spat out a small mouthful of blood. The three Heavenly Flower Realm martial arts cultivators were already in such a state, not to mention the martial arts cultivators who had obeyed the order and rushed towards Long Yu. All of them were sent flying hundreds of feet away. All of them were seriously injured and bleeding all over. The unknown exotic beast hidden in the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm had not had time to retract its aura, but it had already caused hundreds of martial arts cultivators to lose their ability to fight. Now, Beitiani and the others had to believe that there was indeed an even stronger exotic beast in the depths of the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm. Let's go. Long Yu suggested to He Qinxue directly. He Qinxue hesitated for a moment, but when she thought of the faces of Beitiani and the other two, she nodded and waved her hand. Yellow Sand Sky City, listen up. Follow me and leave this place as quickly as possible. After saying this, He Qinxue turned around and left. Brother Long, take me with you. Man Xian had just been scolded by Beitiani. How could he still want to stay in the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm? He followed Long Yu directly. Yan Huanma did not hesitate at all. He had just discussed with Yi Luan and decided to join Yellow Sand Sky City. As for Tian Yutian, he was not so determined. But on second thought, he was now with Long Yu. If he did not leave with Long Yu, wouldn't there be endless trouble? At least, it was impossible for him to stay in the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm. All of a sudden, Man Xian, Yan Huan, Mo Tian, and Tian Yutian all joined Yellow Sand Sky City. After seeing the face of Beitiani, the head of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate, the three of them had no desire to stay at the Northern Academy. He Qinxue led the people of Yellow Sand Sky City, as well as Man Xian, Yan Huanma, Tian Yutian, Bei Yuyao, and Dou Zicheng, and directly turned around and flew away. He Qinxue raised her hand, and a yellow sand Tyrannosaurus quickly condensed. The surging airflow pushed the people, making them fly more than twice as fast in an instant. This scene immediately made Beitiani angry. Are the people of Yellow Sand Sky City always so rude? The first to be rude seems to be you, Lord of the Northern Academy? He Qinxue's rude voice came back. In just an instant, she flew thousands of feet away with Long Yu and the others, and in the eyes of Beitiani and the others, they became a small figure. Bai Tianyi, Yan Xing, and Xiao Ziji were all injured by the aura of the unknown beast. Their blood and qi were not flowing smoothly, and they could only watch the people leave. Lord of the Northern Academy, with our strength, I'm afraid we can't deal with the last beast. At this moment, the girls of Glaze Moon Palace who had been watching from the side flew over and said, "We'll leave first and report to the Palace Lord, and let her decide." After saying this, the girls of Glaze Moon Palace left the place directly. Bai Tianyi was so angry that he almost vomited blood. However, what the female cultivator of Glaze Moon Palace said was true. At this time, the beast in the depths of the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm was beyond the Tribulation Realm, and it was very likely to be in the Divine Secret Realm. Although they didn't know how the beast appeared, there was no doubt that it had appeared and occupied the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm. After the girls of Glaze Moon Palace left, a strange and deep roar suddenly came from the direction of the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm. At the same time, there was a sound of buildings collapsing from the direction of the Northern Academy. Looking from afar, in the lingering colorful glow, the shadow of the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm seemed to be torn apart. The entire Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm was directly collapsed by the unknown beast. Chapter 4:16. After the entire building of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Academy collapsed, the expressions of the people present were very interesting. As the Lord of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Academy, Bai Tianyi was even more regretful now. Why didn't he believe what He Qinxue had said? If he had, he would have joined forces with everyone to kill the unknown beast in the depths of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Academy. Even if he couldn't kill it, he could use the Dragon Bone Tower to deal with it. But now, he had chased Long Yu away. Most importantly, before he could get his hands on the ancient dragon skeleton pagoda, he was injured by the aura of the unknown beast. This made Bai Tianyi lose all his face. "Let's get out of here." Yan Xing, the genius of the Kanglan Sword Sect, saw the entire Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Academy destroyed. His expression changed drastically. He hurriedly called everyone from the Kanglan Sword Sect to fly away. Of course, Xiao Ziji did the same. He flew away with the disciples of the Nine Heaven Star Palace, completely ignoring the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Academy. At this time, there was an unknown beast in the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Academy. They certainly couldn't stay and die. Although they had agreed to help, they had to stay alive. When their lives were threatened, how could Xiao Ziji and Yan Xing stay and die? Bai Tianyi watched the two parties leave, especially Xiao Ziji. His eyes were full of displeasure. A year ago, Xiao Ziji was very respectful to Bai Tianyi because he wanted to marry Bai Yuyao. But now, Xiao Ziji didn't care about Bai Tianyi at all. Instead, he wanted to compete with him for the Dragon Bone Tower. This made Bai Tianyi see through this guy. But he also understood that in the path of martial arts, the strong were always respected. He had lived for so long, and it was because he had seen through this that he wanted his daughter Bai Yuyao to marry him. After all, he could cure the injury in Bai Yuyao's elixir field, but what should he do now? Bai Tianyi looked at the completely destroyed building of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Academy. Until the next moment, a violent and strange aura emanated from the direction of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Academy. Bai Tianyi reacted and hurriedly waved his hand. "The Northern Academy has fallen. Come with me to the General Academy." All the hundreds of martial arts cultivators of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Academy suddenly felt sad. But in this situation, what else could they do but leave? Should he wait for that unknown exotic beast to charge over? Running was the only thing they could do now. Soon, Bai Tianyi led all the disciples of the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm. There were thousands of them, and they flew in the direction of the headquarters of the Heavenly Mandate Realm. The unknown beast that had destroyed the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate realm did not chase after them. No one knew what it was up to. Long Yu followed He Qinxue and the others and left the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate. Soon, they were far away. Those people are really bastards. Brother Long risked his life to suppress the beast for them, but they want to rob Brother Long of his battle weapon. Man Xian was still in a bad mood, cursing and swearing as he rode forward. They're asking for it. That beast's aura alone is enough to injure them. He Qinxue chuckled and said, "We don't have to worry too much about it. Anyway, in Yellow Sand Heaven City in the future, even if we have to face the entire Heavenly Mandate continent, we will not let you suffer." "I believe you." Man Xian chuckled. Those three wanted to kill Brother Long just now, but this big sister stood in front of Brother Long all by herself. "I, Man Xian, admire you. You call me big sister. Do you know how old I am?" He Qinxue snorted, expressing her displeasure. "Well, your cultivation is higher than mine, so I naturally have to call you big sister." "How can I call you little sister?" Man Xian was a little puzzled. "I'm only 20 years old, and I will always be 20. He Qinxue said. The group of people broke into a cold sweat. This He Qinxue seemed to care a lot about her age. "Then, little sister, where are we going now?" Man Xian scratched his head and asked with some embarrassment. "Let's go back first. Hey, there's someone in front. Everyone, be careful." He Qinxue was just about to lead the group back, but suddenly found a white-bearded old man in a white robe flying over, seemingly wanting to talk to them. It's Senior Bai Yuxing from the Southern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate realm. Long Yu glanced at the white-bearded old man, a little surprised. He remembered that this white-bearded old man, Bai Yuxing, was one of the supervisors from the other academies during the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Selection, and he had been very interested in him during that period. It was also because of the supervision of Bai Yuxing and the others that Xuanji Shan Hai could not do anything too obvious during the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Selection. Otherwise, Long Yu would not have survived until now. From the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate? Is he here to ask for help? Yi Luan guessed with a frown. Soon, everyone knew that Yi Luan's guess was right. Fellow comrades, the white-bearded old man, Bai Yuxing, looked a little anxious as he flew straight toward the group. When he saw Long Yu, he could not help but be stunned. Long Yu? Wasn't this kid trapped in the ancient Dragon Bone Tower? Senior Bai, why are you here? Long Yu asked when he saw Bai Yuxing staring at him. Are you here to help the Sacred Institute of Heavenly Mandate? Bai Yuxing only then remembered his main purpose of coming out and quickly said, "The South College is about to collapse. If you have the time, I hope you can follow me to the South College to help." So he had come out to ask for help. Thinking of the unknown beast in the secret realm of divinity that had appeared in the North College of Heavenly Mandate, the South College probably also had existences of the same level. It was completely normal that they could not hold on. To tell you the truth, Senior Bai, I have control of the ancient Dragon Bone Tower, and can control it to suppress the beast. Long Yu said in a low voice, "Thank you for taking care of me during the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Selection. However, if you want me to go to the South College to help, you must guarantee that no one will have evil thoughts about the ancient Dragon Bone Tower." Bai Yuxing was truly taken aback by these words. Control of the ancient Dragon Bone Tower? The ancient Dragon Bone Tower was an asset that belonged to the entire Sacred Institute of Heavenly Mandate. It was a place for the disciples of the Sacred Institute to explore. This Long Yu, who had been trapped in it for 2 years, had actually controlled it? That's right. Hearing Long Yu say so himself, He Qinxue said straightforwardly, "If you want us to help, we can. With Long Yu's ancient Dragon Bone Tower to suppress the beast, it is still possible to destroy the beast. However, we were attacked by many people in the North College of Heavenly Mandate just now." He Qinxue immediately told him about the attack on Long Yu by Bai Tianyi, Xiao Ziji, and Yan Xing. There are people from other forces in the South College of Heavenly Mandate now. I cannot guarantee that they will be safe. Bai Yuxing heard this and said sternly, however, I can at least guarantee that if anyone dares to make a move against little brother Long, the South College of Heavenly Mandate will do our best to protect little brother Long. Senior Bai's words are more than enough. Only then did Long Yu nod. It was not that he did not want to care about the sudden outbreak of the beast tide. After all, the outbreak of the beast tide might have something to do with him taking away the ancient dragon bone tower. However, the premise of helping was that there must be enough security. At the very least, he could not face the butcher's knife of his own people. Since Bai Yuxing had said so, there was no reason for Long Yu not to help. Moreover, Long Yu also wanted to know what had happened in the beast gardens of the Sacred Institute of Heavenly Mandate. This was a chance for him to get some news from the otherworld. About the dragon of the 9 underworlds, Long Yu had many guesses in his mind, but he quickly shook his head. These guesses could not be verified. If he wanted to know what the dragon of the 9 underworlds was, he could only keep moving forward. Right now, the outbreak of the beast tide was an opportunity. He Qinxue immediately made a decision. She and Long Yu would follow Bai Yuxing to help the South College of Heavenly Mandate. As for the others, they would return to Yellow Sand Sky City to avoid any accident. Brother Long, we will leave first. Take care of yourself. Before Yilun left, he said to Long Yu in a low voice, when I return, I will tell Master about what happened here. Since even the beasts of the secret land of divinity might appear, Master will definitely not ignore it. All right. Long Yu nodded and watched Yilun and the others leave. I will wait for you in Sand City. You must come back safely. Bai Yuyao was a little reluctant, but she also knew that this was not the time to say goodbye. With the outbreak of the beast tide, the South College of Heavenly Mandate was in danger. The sooner Long Yu went, the more people could be saved. Bai Yuyao could not delay for too long. Don't worry, Mother. Long Yu smiled and nodded. Even the Dragon Bone Tower cannot trap me. What are you afraid of? His words made everyone laugh. Tian Yutian even gave Long Yu a thumbs up. Elder Yen, Brother Tian, Brother Man, see you later. Long Yu, Yen Huanma, Tian Yutian, and Man Xin had only met for a short time, but they had to part so soon. They could only catch up after everything was over. Call me Elder Yen for now. Yen Huanmo rolled her eyes at Long Yu. Call me Huan Mo from now on. You have to come back soon. He got it. Long Yu smiled and scratched his head. Soon everyone left. Long Yu and He Qinxue followed Bai Yuxing and flew in the direction of the South College of Heavenly Mandate. The 5 colleges of the Sacred Institute of Heavenly Mandate were all located at the 10th level of the Tiangang realm, but in different directions. The North College and the South College were the furthest apart. Bai Yuxing had come this far to ask for help. It was obvious that the situation in the South College was quite serious. Along the way, Bai Yuxing told them about the situation in the South College of Heavenly Mandate. He was looking forward to the Dragon Bone Tower under Long Yu's control. The beast tide in the South College was caused by the hexagonal ice crystal beast. Long Yu's expression changed slightly when he heard Bai Yuxing's introduction. Long Yu had seen the hexagonal ice crystal beasts in the Dragon Bone Tower. Its characteristic was that its body was as smooth as a mirror, like a piece of ice crystal. However, it could burst out a terrifying chill. Chapter 4:17. Long Yu and He Qinxue followed the old man Bai Yuxing and soon crossed the entire 10th level of the Tiangang space. They saw where the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate was. Unlike the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate, the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate and their reinforcements were much more united. Therefore, they were in a stalemate with the hexagonal ice crystal beasts and did not lose. I don't know what happened to Gui San, who was our vanguard. He Chinchua suddenly said with a smile. Gui-san was the one who led the people from the Thundercloud Castle to the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate when Long Yu and the others first arrived at the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate. Later, Long Yu did not see the people from the Thundercloud Castle again. I'm afraid they were all killed by the beasts. Long Yu shook his head helplessly. Those guys were too arrogant and greedy. They wanted to kill the beasts alone and take the opportunity to plunder the property of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate. They did not expect that there would be so many of the withered beasts and that they were so strong. Now that they thought about it, those guys must be dead. The three of them flew in the air and saw from afar where the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate was. Lightning flashed constantly. They could tell that it was the ultimate skill of the Thundercloud Castle, the Thundercloud Storm. Things had already come to this. The various forces could only display their strongest moves to temporarily hold back the exotic beast swarm. Let's go. Long Yu and He Chinchua looked at each other and nodded. At this moment they had some kind of tacit understanding. Long Yu released the Dragon Bone Tower to suppress the beasts, while He Chinchua was responsible for protecting Long Yu. At least she could ensure that Long Yu would not be killed instantly by others. The next moment, Long Yu took out the dragon scale of the 9 underworlds and held it in his hand. Dragon Bone Tower release. Long Yu lightly shouted. Immediately, a simple and unadorned pagoda-shaped building with pitch-black dragon engravings appeared in midair. At the same time, an extremely fierce suppression force was emitted from the Dragon Bone Tower, instantly covering the group of hexagonal ice crystal beasts from the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate. It works! Long Yu was overjoyed. He urged the Dragon Bone Tower to get closer to the Southern Academy of Revelation. The closer they were, the stronger the suppression the ancient dragon skeleton pagoda had on the exotic beast. The appearance of the ancient Dragon Bone Tower shocked the group of martial arts practitioners who were fighting at the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate. They thought that some other danger had appeared. But very soon, the white-bearded old man, Bai Yuxing, flew to the front and roughly explained the situation. Brother Long Yu is here to help. He can suppress the exotic beasts with the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda. Everyone, take the opportunity to eliminate the exotic beast. Everyone soon realized that under the suppression of the ancient dragon skeleton pagoda, the hexagonal crystal exotic beasts they were facing were indeed much weaker than before. Be it in terms of speed or strength, they were greatly reduced. Most of the hexagonal ice crystal exotic beasts' attacking methods were to condense ice crystals and release cold air to completely freeze their opponent. But now, the cold air emitted by the hexagonal ice crystal exotic beasts was not as cold as before. It was obvious that the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda had an obvious suppressive effect on these exotic beasts. Kill. The martial arts practitioners who had been fighting the exotic beasts for so long did not hesitate at all. They immediately attacked the exotic beast. Although they were puzzled as to how Long Yu was able to control the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda, it was clearly not something they should be thinking about. Their top priority now was to get rid of the exotic beast. There's an existence even stronger than the tribulation state beasts in the depths of the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate. Bai Yuxing turned around and said to Long Yu and He Chinchua, "Will this ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda attract that exotic beast to specifically deal with? You two have to be careful." So the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate has one too. Don't worry. Long Yu looked around and said, "At least I can hold that exotic beast back for some time. You guys should take advantage of this time to get rid of the other exotic beasts first." I've already asked the headquarters for help. They will send 2 Tribulation State Elders to help. Bai Yuxing nodded and said, "Even among the 7 major forces of the Tiangang realm, there were only 3 to 5 Tribulation State cultivators in each force. The 2 Tribulation State Elders of the Central Sacred Academy of Heavenly Mandate realm had not been involved in the affairs of the world for a long time. But now that the exotic beast tide was about to break out, they had no choice but to show up. Then let's wait for them to arrive. Long Yu nodded. Only Tribulation State martial arts practitioners could deal with exotic beasts suspected to be from the secret realm. Even two Tribulation State martial arts practitioners working together might not be a match for that exotic beast. And this was under the suppression of the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda. If not for the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda, many Diviner Realm martial arts practitioners would just be food for the exotic beasts in the secret realm. One by one, the hexagonal ice crystal exotic beasts were killed by the martial arts practitioners and shattered into pieces of ice, causing the temperature of the entire space to plummet. Most importantly, the hexagonal ice crystal exotic beasts in the Tianhua realm had already been killed by the martial arts practitioners. When the aura of the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda came down, the remaining beasts were all killed by the Tianhua realm martial arts practitioners. Other than the people of the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate realm, there were also martial arts practitioners from the Kanglan Sword Sect, Jiutian Star Palace, Glaze Palace, Yellow Sand City, and Thundercloud Fortress. The people from Yellow Sand City were led by Yi Luan's eldest senior brother, Yuanliang, who was the leader of the 9 disciples. The eldest senior brother, Yuanliang, had always been neutral in Yellow Sand City. He did not care about the position of the Sand City Lord and only focused on his own martial art. He was completely different from the second senior brother, Zhu Tao. At this moment, the carefree Yuanliang saw He Qinxue and Long Yu coming to help. He did not have any ill intentions, but was rather surprised. This kid could actually control something like the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda? It was as if the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda had become this kid's weapon. Yellow sky whirling sand. Yuanliang raised his hand, and the yellow sky whirling sand domain burst out, enveloping the hexagonal ice crystal exotic beasts and making their situation worse. Under the dual suppression of the aura of the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda and the yellow sky whirling sand domain, these exotic beasts could not fight back at all. Even martial arts practitioners one level lower than the exotic beasts could easily kill them. Right, there are 7 major forces in the Tiangang realm. Why do I only see 6? Long Yu observed the situation as he activated the ancient dragon skeleton pagoda. He soon discovered something that made him feel a little strange. The Heavenly Mandate Sacred Institute, Yellow Sand City, Jiutian Star Palace, Kanglan Sword Sect, Thundercloud Fortress, and Glaze Palace were clearly only 6 major forces. There's another force called Chess Soul Valley, but this force has never been involved in worldly affairs. Very few people have seen them. He Qinxue explained. Chess Soul Valley. Long Yu frowned slightly and shook his head, not thinking too much about it. When Long Yu activated the aura of the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda, the situation in the Southern School of Heavenly Mandate became one-sided. Hexagonal ice crystal exotic beasts were constantly killed, and soon, a large empty sky was cleared. However, the sky was filled with ice shards, and the cold air was so chilling that one could not help but shiver. It's here. Suddenly, Long Yu felt a strong aura sweeping out from the depths of the Southern School of Heavenly Mandate. It instantly acted on the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda, trying to resist the aura of the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda. This feeling was definitely that of a powerful exotic beast that had surpassed the Heavenly Calamity realm. How is it? He Qinxue asked nervously. Although she knew how strong the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda was, Long Yu was only at the human initial realm. Would there be any accidents when facing the aura of the exotic beast in the divine secret realm? I'm fine, Long Yu nodded reluctantly. He condensed all the qi in his body and infused it into the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda. However, even if he gave it his all, he was already unable to move when facing the powerful aura of the exotic beast. He could only forcefully resist it with the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda. It was also at this time that the 2 heaven-level mid-grade elixirs that Long Yu had taken not long ago, Saludin and Yellow Sky Pill, were finally activated by his dragon seal of 9 underworld. The medicinal power mixed with the spiritual chi of the world was constantly infused into Long Yu's dantian. Since I can't hold on any longer, I'll try to break through to the next realm. Long Yu gritted his teeth and thought to himself. Only Long Yu could think of breaking through to the next realm while resisting the aura of the exotic beast in the divine secret realm. Let's wait for the 2 elders from the headquarters to come. Soon, everyone in the field had eliminated all the hexagonal ice crystal exotic beasts outside. They knew that there were unknown exotic beasts in the depths of the southern school of the Mandate Realm, but they didn't dare to enter now. Even with Long Yu suppressing them with the aura of the ancient dragon bone pagoda, they didn't dare to act recklessly. The divine secret realm was simply too far away for them. It was an existence that they couldn't defeat. In the field, Yu Wenliang led more than 10 martial arts cultivators from Yellow Sand Sky City and gathered together, flying toward Long Yu. Junior sister, how did you get to know this person? Yu Wenliang didn't want to make a move and asked He Qinxue instead. He's Mountain Ghost. He Qinxue smiled and said. Yu Wenliang was stunned when he heard that. He's Mountain Ghost? He only knew who Long Yu was now and couldn't help but take a few more glances at him. Seeing that Long Yu's aura seemed to be increasing when he activated the ancient dragon bone pagoda, he couldn't help but be amazed. I didn't expect our Yellow Sand Sky City to have such a genius. Good. Yu Wenliang laughed and then went to He Qinxue's side, standing side by side with her. There was no doubt that he wanted to protect Long Yu with He Qinxue and prevent others from taking the opportunity to attack Long Yu. At the same time, Bai Yuxing also ran to the chief of the Southern Academy of Revelation, another white-bearded old man, and whispered a few words to him. Then, the chief of the Southern Academy of Revelation waved his hand and led many martial arts cultivators of the Southern Academy to surround and protect Long Yu. Bai Yuxing was indeed a man of his word. With such a lineup, even if the other forces had any ideas, they wouldn't be able to do anything. After all, this was the Southern Academy's territory. There were hundreds of martial arts cultivators from the Southern Academy, and they couldn't do anything to them with just a dozen people. At the next moment, Long Yu's aura suddenly increased, and he broke through the bottleneck in one fell swoop. His martial arts level went up another level. The Renhua Plane. The biggest change for martial arts cultivators from the human initial plane to the Renhua Plane was that they could borrow more power of the laws of heaven and earth. Not only that, but the power of their chi would also increase by several times. When Long Yu stepped into the Renhua Plane, the suppression from activating the ancient dragon bone pagoda became even stronger. Chapter 4:18. Long Yu, who had stepped into the Renhua realm, could activate the power of the Dragon Bone Tower and open the passage to the 3rd floor of the tower. He could feel the chi of the 9 underworlds from the Dragon Bone Tower, which made his various techniques related to the Dragon Seal of the 9 underworlds even more powerful. When Long Yu reflected the icy aura of the unknown beast, a loud roar came from the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm. At the same time, a series of icy blades shot out from the Northern Academy. Back off! Bai Yuxing immediately shouted, making the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm and the other martial arts cultivators retreat. The destructive power of the icy blades was too strong. It was not something they could withstand at all. Soon, everyone retreated to the back, leaving only Long Yu alone. He controlled the ancient dragon bone tower to block the front. He Qinxue and Yu Wenliang guarded beside Long Yu. As for the other people from Yellow Sand City, they also retreated. It's here. He Qinxue pursed her lips and looked in the direction of the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm. Her eyes flashed with nervousness and curiosity. Whether it was nervousness or curiosity, it was because she had never seen a powerful existence from the secret realm. Both martial arts cultivators and beasts rarely appeared on the Heavenly Mandate continent. It was worth noting that even during the Great Selection, people from outside sects would not show up. It was obvious how rare it was to see a cultivator from the secret realm. Although the existence from the secret realm was a beast, He Qinxue was still quite curious about it. An existence that looked like an iceberg gradually appeared among the floating buildings. The surface of the iceberg was like a mirror, like an ice crystal. That was a beast from the secret realm, a hexagonal ice crystal alien. A name flashed in Long Yu's eyes, giving him a rough idea of how to address the beast in front of him. However, it was not the time to find out what it was called. When everyone saw the ice mountain, they were finally able to confirm that it really was an exotic beast that had surpassed the heavenly tribulation realm and stepped into the divine secret realm. The hexagonal ice crystal giant had no eyes, ears, mouth, nose, limbs, or any other facial features. It was like a huge block of ice. At first glance, it did not look like a beast, but a huge iceberg that was dozens of meters tall. Unfortunately, even though the hexagonal crystal exotic beast was huge, reaching several dozen zhang tall, it was still much smaller than the ancient dragon bone tower. Without hesitation, Long Yu maneuvered the ancient dragon bone pagoda to collide with the ice crystal behemoth. Under the suppression of the ancient dragon bone tower, the hexagonal ice crystal beast's body shone with a smooth bluish-purple light. It was obvious that it was expending a lot of energy to resist the ancient dragon bone tower. Initially, the hexagonal ice crystal beast thought that the ancient dragon bone tower was nothing to be afraid of, but after Long Yu stepped into the human glory stage, it finally couldn't hold back anymore and came out to deal with him. Unfortunately, Long Yu could activate the ancient dragon bone tower. This hexagonal ice crystal beast would not be able to break through the defenses of the ancient dragon bone tower within a short period of time. He moved the dragon bone tower over and stood in front of the hexagonal ice crystal giant, preventing it from attacking. It wanted to go around the dragon bone tower, but how could Long Yu let it do as it wished? After this happened a few times, the hexagonal ice crystal giant was finally enraged. The ice crystal on its body emitted a dazzling glow, and a power that resembled divine runes was released. Rays of light condensed into thin lines. It's the power of the divine runes. Long Yu was shocked. The hexagonal ice crystal giant could actually use the power of the divine runes. Not only that, it was the power of the ice divine rune. The entire place was instantly filled with a chilly air. The temperature plummeted, and the water vapor in the air condensed into ice, turning the entire place into a world of ice. Worst of all, Long Yu realized that even the surface of the dragon bone tower was beginning to be completely covered in ice. Even the pitch-black patterns on its surface could no longer be seen. Ordinary divine runes definitely can't have such powerful power. Could this be the power of a cultivator in the divine secret realm? Long Yu's heart trembled. He then urged the dragon bone tower, wanting to retreat a little. However, the dragon bone tower was frozen in ice, and its entire movement became extremely slow. It even seemed to be on the verge of collapse, which made Long Yu feel that something was wrong. Kill! At this moment, two figures flew in from the end of the ice crystal domain not far away. One look and one could tell that they were extremely strong cultivators at the pinnacle of the heavenly being realm. They charged straight at the hexagonal ice crystal giant. The elders of the Heavenly Mandate Academy are here. The crowd immediately became excited. These two elders were the few heavenly tribulation realm cultivators of the Heavenly Mandate Academy. They were finally here to provide support, which was naturally exciting. If even the elders of the Heavenly Mandate realm were unable to defeat the hexagonal ice crystal giant, it would probably be the end of the entire Heavenly Mandate continent. This is the power of the divine? One of the elders, a middle-aged man, had sharp eyebrows and bright eyes. One look and one could tell that he was an extremely carefree person. At this moment, he flew forward and scanned the surroundings that had been frozen into a world of ice and snow. He was not afraid. Instead, he felt some desire. The divine was an existence that surpassed the level of the heavenly being realm. If he could comprehend the divine, he would undoubtedly be able to break through the heavenly being realm and step into the divine secret realm, thereby increasing his own strength. One of the reasons why these two elders of the Heavenly Mandate Academy came to provide support was to deal with the beast in the divine secret realm and see if they could gain enlightenment from it. If they could gain enlightenment from it and step into the divine secret realm in one fell swoop, that would be a great deal. It should be noted that they had been stuck at the pinnacle of the heavenly tribulation realm for a very long time. During this long time, they had been unable to break through the bottleneck and comprehend the innate divine. Let's go. The elder with sharp eyebrows and bright eyes wielded a long sword and threw a beam of sword aura at the giant hexagonal ice crystal beast. The giant beast was busy fighting against the ancient dragon bone tower and did not pay any attention to the elder of the Heavenly Mandate Academy. Sensing the sword aura coming at it, the giant beast condensed an ice shield in front of it and blocked the sword aura. The ice shield that the giant hexagonal ice crystal beast casually released was able to block the sword aura that the elder of the Heavenly Mandate Academy had expended a lot of effort to release. Heavenly Mandate Divine Light. The other elder of the Heavenly Mandate Academy was an old man in a gray robe. He looked very old, but his martial arts realm was far beyond that of everyone present. He raised his hand, and a burst of golden divine character power swept out with a loud rumble. The divine character power that the elder of the Heavenly Mandate Academy had comprehended was not the divine character, fighting. Even Long Yu did not know what it was, but he could feel that it was filled with domineering power. Light extinguish. By comprehending the Heavenly Mandate Divine Light to perfection, one could extinguish light with a wave of one's hand. With this move, the area around the giant hexagonal ice crystal beast suddenly became dark, and all the light was absorbed by the Heavenly Mandate Divine Light. Then, the light that was absorbed exploded, and the power of the golden divine character blasted heavily on the mirror-like surface of the giant hexagonal ice crystal beast. Long Yu could feel that the combat power of the two elders of the Heavenly Mandate Academy, who were in the divine tribulation realm, was more than 10 times stronger than He Qinxue and Yu Wenliang. Even so, the giant hexagonal ice crystal beast could not be killed so easily. After all, it was an existence that had stepped into the secret realm. Even if most of its power was suppressed by the ancient dragon bone tower, it was still not something that could be killed by the two elders of the Heavenly Mandate Academy in 2 moves. Everyone, step back. The elder with sharp eyebrows and bright eyes snorted coldly and said to the Lord of the Southern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Academy. When the Lord of the Southern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Academy heard him, he immediately called out to the crowd and quickly retreated to the back. As for the martial arts cultivators from the other forces, they also retreated to a distance of thousands of feet away. For martial arts cultivators, a distance of thousands of feet was enough for them to clearly see what was happening as long as there were no obstacles between them. However, the area around the Southern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Academy had been completely frozen by the ice magic of the beast. The mist was frozen, and the air was like a cold current. It had become a world of ice. Only He Qinxue and Yu Wenliang did not retreat, but stayed to protect Long Yu. Long Yu activated the ancient dragon bone tower and tried his best to suppress the giant hexagonal ice crystal beast while observing the battle between the two elders of the Heavenly Mandate Academy and the beast. Soon, he discovered that no matter how the two elders of the Heavenly Mandate Academy attacked, the giant hexagonal ice crystal beast seemed to be unharmed. There were no cracks on the surface of the ice crystal body, let alone any injuries. The gap between the realms is too big. Long Yu thought with a gloomy expression. Even if a tribulation realm cultivator could step into the secret realm of divinity, this step would greatly enhance the martial arts cultivator's strength. As the two elders of the Heavenly Mandate Academy unleashed their respective techniques, they were unable to do anything to the giant hexagonal ice crystal beast. The beast finally found an opening and switched from defense to offense. Retreat, retreat quickly. Long Yu's pupils contracted rapidly as he felt the immense pressure on the ancient dragon bone tower. He immediately grabbed He Qinxue and Yu Wenliang. The beast is going to use its innate magic. The elder of the Heavenly Mandate Academy's expression darkened. He was about to use his strongest power to defend when he suddenly saw Long Yu dragging the two of them into the ancient dragon bone tower. The elder of the Heavenly Mandate Academy was, of course, familiar with the ancient dragon bone tower. He also knew that if it were not for the ancient dragon bone tower suppressing the giant hexagonal ice crystal beast, the two Tribulation Realm elders would have long been frozen into ice by the beast. Hide inside. The two elders of the Heavenly Mandate Academy exchanged glances before flying towards the entrance of the ancient dragon bone tower as well. In a flash, they entered the first level of the ancient dragon bone tower. The next moment, the giant hexagonal ice crystal beast emitted an extremely cold aura, as though it was communicating with the might of the nine heavens. Countless ice chains extended from its body. This was a true divine power, a connate divine power. Countless chains formed from ice extended from the giant hexagonal ice crystal beast's body, binding the entire ancient dragon bone tower tightly. Long Yu and the others who were hiding in the ancient dragon bone tower felt a boundless cold aura that almost seeped into their bones. Chapter 419. The hexagonal crystal beast used its divine power, glacier chains, to trap the entire dragon bone tower. The dragon bone tower was surrounded by a thick layer of frost, and the ice chains crisscrossed. It didn't look like a tower-shaped building at all. Instead, it had become an ice sculpture. The people who had retreated to a distance couldn't help but shiver at the sight. After waiting for a long time, they didn't see Long Yu and the two elders of the Heavenly Mandate Academy appear. They all had a bad feeling. No one, including Bai Yuxing, dared to stay there any longer. Inform everyone in the 7 major sects of the Tiangang realm. The catastrophe of the Heavenly Mandate continent is coming. The head of the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Academy, a white-bearded old man who looked about the same age as Bai Yuxing, murmured with fear in his eyes. Even the two elders sent by the Heavenly Mandate Academy were completely trapped by this giant six-edged ice crystal beast, and their fates were unknown. It seemed that the beast in the secret land of divinity was indeed not something they could fight against at the moment. The appearance of such a beast was enough to make them suffer. Not to mention that different beasts from the secret realm had appeared in each of the 5 academies of the Heavenly Mandate Academy. All the martial arts practitioners who had witnessed the Dragon Bone Tower being locked by the ice chains felt a chill run down their spines. Was the end of the Heavenly Mandate continent really coming? No, it won't be long before the people from the outside world come to the selection. With such a terrifying beast appearing here, the people from the outside world will definitely come to help. How can we rely on outsiders at a time like this? In my opinion, we should just run for our lives. Everyone from the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Academy, including the martial arts practitioners from the other forces, began to discuss. Most of the martial arts practitioners felt that they should leave this place as soon as possible. After all, the giant beast from the secret realm was not something they could fight against. Don't panic, everyone. At this moment, the female cultivator from the Liuli Palace stepped forward and said, "The Heavenly Mandate continent is a whole. Even if we want to escape, where can we go? If we wait for these beasts to grow stronger, the entire Heavenly Mandate continent will be occupied by them. Where will we find shelter then?" "That's right. The only thing we can do now is to announce this to the world, and let the seniors in the tribulation realm, who have been living in seclusion, come out. If we can't eliminate these strange beasts, then the entire heavenly mandate continent will perish. Another female cultivator from Glass Moon Palace said. Without a doubt, the Glaze Moon Palace's martial cultivators all had a common belief: to gather everyone's strength to fight against the mutated beast. However, this idea was opposed by the other major forces. There's no way we can deal with an exotic beast like this. Why don't we hide first and see if the outsiders will come to help during the Great Selection? That's right. We'll definitely die if we go against the strange beasts in the secret realm. Anyway, I'm not going to die for nothing. Goodbye. Everyone began to speak, and many martial cultivators prepared to flee. Hundreds of people from the southern yard of the Heavenly Mandate Realm flew toward the bottom of the Heavenly Mandate Realm, preparing to leave the Heavenly Mandate Realm and return to the Heavenly Mandate Continent to hide for a while. After all, the terrain of the Heavenly Mandate Continent was much more complicated. If he were to hide, it would not be so easy for these exotic beasts to find him. All he had to do was wait for the selection to begin 2 months later before he could come out and take a look at the situation. Even Bai Yuxing could not stop these people from escaping. After all, even the ancient dragon bone tower that they relied on was completely trapped by the glacial chains. What could the rest of them do? The situation suddenly became extremely chaotic. In Yellow Sand Sky City, the martial cultivators that Yuanliang brought with him looked at each other and turned to leave, heading toward Yellow Sand Sky City. They did not intend to hide, but they definitely needed to inform Yellow Sand Sky City of what was happening here. In less than 5 minutes, the original thousands of people in the southern yard of the Heavenly Mandate Realm had either left or dispersed, leaving less than half of them. The remaining people were the smarter ones. If the Heavenly Mandate Continent fell, there might not even be a Great Selection. How could they expect outsiders to help the Heavenly Mandate Continent out of trouble? The only thing they could do now was to unite and fight against the exotic beasts. Reinforcements are coming. Very soon, someone pointed at the sky above, where the 11th level of the Big Dipper was located. Then, everyone saw several Heavenly Tribulation Realm experts break through the 11th level of the Big Dipper and fly towards the sealed ancient dragon bone tower. It's the 2 Supreme Elders of Yellow Sand Sky City, and the 2 Deputy Palace Lords of Glaze Moon Palace. Who is that person? Why haven't I seen him before? His name is Wang Changfeng, the previous Lord of Thundercloud Fortress. I thought he was dead. I didn't expect him to still be alive and here. Everyone discussed, and hope surged in their hearts. These people could definitely be said to be the strongest group of people in the Heavenly Mandate Continent. If even they could not deal with the 6-edged ice crystal exotic beast, it would really be hopeless. Ha ha ha, brat, Thundercloud Storm. The old man, Wang Changfeng, who was still unkempt, laughed loudly as he followed the 2 female cultivators of Glaze Moon Palace, breaking through the 11th layer of the Heavenly Mandate Realm. He raised his hand, and a burst of lightning burst out, forming a lightning storm that immediately swept toward the 6-edged ice crystal exotic beast. Wang Changfeng was originally a guest at Glaze Moon Palace, but he happened to hear the news and rushed over to support Long Yu. The 2 Supreme Elders of Yellow Sand Sky City also received the news that Long Yu was controlling the ancient Dragon Bone Tower and was supporting the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm, so they came out of seclusion. 2 sand dragons swept out with a roar, descending from the sky and rushing toward the 6-edged ice crystal exotic beast. As for the 2 female cultivators of Glaze Moon Palace, they were both wearing veils, so their ages could not be determined. However, one could feel the extremely powerful aura from them. These 2 female cultivators were also Tribulation Realm cultivators. The 2 women waved their hands lightly, and 2 different types of divine text energy immediately sprayed out. One of them condensed into a scarlet light, while the other condensed into a purple beam of light. Both of them shot toward the six-sided ice crystal beast. The combined might of the 5 Tribulation Realm cultivators was enough to pierce through the heavens and earth. The six-edged ice crystal exotic beast was carefully studying the ancient dragon bone tower, wanting to completely destroy it. How could it have expected someone to suddenly attack it? The combined attack of the 5 immediately caused the huge body of the six-edged ice crystal exotic beast to tremble, causing it to retreat quite a distance. At the same time, an extremely powerful pressure erupted from the ancient dragon bone tower. The ice chains trapping it were finally broken by the pressure after the time it took to burn a few incense sticks. The ice chains broke inch by inch, and the aura of the ancient dragon bone tower was released once again. "Kill!" Long Yu shouted. Following which, the 5 Tribulation Realm cultivators who had just run down all felt that the six-edged ice crystal exotic beast's strength had indeed been suppressed by more than half. The ancient dragon bone tower is indeed powerful. The 5 of them shuddered, but they did not think too much about it. Instead, they directly attacked the six-edged ice crystal exotic beast. Hidden divine character. With a thought from Wang Chongfeng, he immediately vanished from midair. When he reappeared, he was accompanied by a thunderstorm, catching the six-edged ice crystal exotic beast off guard. Although the 2 elders of Tianyu weren't a match for the six-edged ice crystal exotic beast earlier, it was finally on the brink of collapse against the ancient dragon bone tower's powerful suppression, as well as the attacks of the 5 Tribulation Realm cultivators. When Long Yu summoned the 2 elders of Tianyu hiding in the ancient dragon bone tower, the 7 of them immediately suppressed the six-edged ice crystal exotic beast. From the looks of it, there shouldn't be any problems. He Qinxue and Yu Wenliang were still guarding Long Yu's side. They finally let out sighs of relief when they saw cracks gradually appearing on the six-edged ice crystal exotic beast's body. Long Yu didn't let his guard down, however. He kept driving the ancient dragon bone tower with all his might, suppressing more than half of the six-edged ice crystal exotic beast's combat strength. If they won this battle, Long Yu would be the main contributor. Of course, he wasn't hoping for anyone to give him a medal or treat him as a hero. He was only doing what he was supposed to do. No matter what, he was a part of the Heavenly Mandate continent. He couldn't just watch these exotic beasts invade the continent, could he? If he didn't make a move now, it would be too late when all the Tribulation Realm cultivators were killed by the exotic beast. Bang! Following a crisp explosion, the hexagonal ice crystal beast's body immediately split into several large pieces. Boundless cold air surged out, pushing away the 7 Heavenly Tribulation Realm experts who were in battle. Fortunately, the 7 of them were able to withstand the icy currents of this degree, and they didn't suffer any injuries. This thing is really hard to deal with. If it weren't for Brother Long, the entire Heavenly Mandate continent would be in trouble. Wang Chongfeng laughed out loud and turned his head to say, "This exotic beast has been taken care of, but there are still many in other places. Long Yu, we have to hurry to the other places to help." One of the 4th Palace Lords of the Glazed Moon Palace, dressed in a purple robe, said to Long Yu in a rather gentle tone. Long Yu remembered that this 4th Palace Lord was the one who displayed the power of the purple divine text just now. "There's no hurry. The qi in my body has been used up, and I'm afraid I need to rest for a while." Besides, Long Yu shook his head and his eyes flashed. Just taking care of the exotic beast is not enough to solve the root of the problem. There must be some secret for so many exotic beasts to appear in the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Institute. After we take care of this exotic beast in the secret land, we have to go to the Beast Garden of the Sacred Institute to see what's going on. We have to destroy the source to solve the problem once and for all. Long Yu is right. Another female cultivator of the Glazed Moon Palace in a red robe nodded. Her long red hair made her look quite fiery. "In that case, let's go to the Southern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm to see what's going on." Long Yu could feel that, at this moment, in the Beast Garden of the Southern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Realm, although there were no tyrannical existences, there was still a strange aura. Chapter 420. Long Yu, Yuanliang, He Qinxue, and 7 cultivators in the Tribulation Realm flew toward the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm under the cover of the Dragon Bone Tower. Along the way, they saw many hexagonal ice crystal beasts, but none of them were too strong. Wang Chongfeng killed them with a wave of his hand. The entire space was filled with endless cold air. The outbreak of the hexagonal ice crystal beasts had turned the surrounding area into a world of ice and snow. After the hexagonal ice crystal exotic beasts were killed, they turned into pieces of ice crystals. There were no organs or anything like that, giving off the feeling that these exotic beasts weren't living creatures. However, they indeed had their own consciousness, leaving them clicking their tongues in wonder. Even demonic beasts will have an inner elixir when they die. These beasts are really strange. Wang Chongfeng scratched his head. He was very unhappy with the situation. They had gone through so much to kill a beast in the secret land of divinity, but they did not get any benefits. All that was left was a pile of ice. Anyone would feel a little unbalanced. Let's go to the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate first. I hope there is nothing too serious. The 2 elders of the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate were more concerned about the current situation. They flew straight ahead and headed toward the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm. They flew all the way and soon came to a floating building in the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm. They flew in. A group of weaker hexagonal ice crystal beasts immediately scattered when they saw them. Unfortunately, how could Wang Chongfeng and the others let these beasts go? They caught up with them at an extremely fast speed and blasted them all into a pile of ice. This way. Long Yu followed the senses of the Dragon Bone Tower and kept moving in a certain direction. It was the direction of the 88th Star Beast Garden. The 88th Star Beast Garden was a beast garden that all 5 academies of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Realm had. The beasts there were all from the inside of the Dragon Bone Tower. They were used for disciples to train. But now, it had become a nurturing cradle for the beasts. They entered the 88th Star Beast Garden and still saw a large group of hexagonal ice crystal beasts. Fortunately, there was nothing too strong and they were directly killed by them. Before long, everyone arrived at the depths of the 88th Star Beast Garden. The scene before their eyes caused everyone to be stunned. It's a passageway. What appeared in front of everyone was a slightly distorted space. From this space, hexagonal ice crystal beasts kept appearing. There were beasts from the True Spirit Secret Realm and the Heavenly Being Secret Realm. Every once in a while, dozens of beasts would come out of the passage. Since there were no mutated beasts from the Secret Realm, everyone was naturally not afraid. They directly blasted the hexagonal crystal mutated beasts into ice shards. How do we destroy this thing? The 7 heavenly tribulation eminences looked at each other in dismay. If they were facing some kind of building or some kind of powerful beast, they would at least have a physical body, allowing them to attack. But now, they were facing a distorted space. How could it be destroyed? If they didn't destroy it, wouldn't the entire Heavenly Mandate continent be occupied by these beasts sooner or later if they kept appearing? Did you guys realize that the more powerful the beast, the more time it takes to teleport through this passageway? After observing for a while, He Qinxue frowned and said, "If there's enough time, I'm afraid it won't be difficult to find another exotic beast in the Mystery Realm. There may even be more powerful exotic beasts. After all, no one knows what kind of existence these exotic beasts are. That's right. We can't sit back and do nothing." The 4th Palace Lord of the Glaze Moon Palace nodded and said, then looked at Long Yu with a gentle gaze. "Long Yu, do you have any way to deal with this passageway?" Long Yu frowned slightly. "I'm not sure, but we can try using the ancient Dragon Bone Tower. Let's give it a try." But be careful not to destroy the ancient dragon bone tower. The middle-aged elder of the Heavenly Mandate Realm said in a low voice, "The southern school of the Heavenly Mandate Realm is only one of the places. The other schools are still in dire straits. We have to keep the ancient dragon bone tower and help them deal with the beasts from the secret realm. Without the ancient dragon bone tower, we have no chance of winning." I'll be careful." Long Yu nodded, then turned his gaze to the distorted space, which was the passageway from which the hexagonal crystal beasts were surging out. "Go." With a single thought, he mobilized the ancient dragon bone tower and sent it crashing towards the distorted space. A powerful pressure immediately surged. This wave of pressure was the kind that was specially used to suppress exotic beasts. At this moment, it actually caused the distorted space to become even more distorted. When the pressure of the ancient dragon bone tower appeared, no more hexagonal crystal beasts appeared in the passageway. However, an extremely violent force soon came crashing out from the passageway, trying to resist the ancient dragon bone tower. "Suppress it." Long Yu gritted his teeth, thinking that the beast might have discovered something and wanted to stop him from destroying the passageway. However, at this point, how could Long Yu give up? In the next moment, the ancient dragon skeleton tower collided with the distorted space and suddenly flattened the distorted space. It was constantly suppressed and shrunk until it finally shrank into a small, sparkling, and translucent object that was sucked into the ancient dragon skeleton tower. The space in front of them finally returned to normal. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. No one noticed that the passageway had turned into a glowing object and was absorbed into the ancient dragon bone tower. With a thought, Long Yu checked the inside of the ancient dragon bone tower. He discovered that what was absorbed was actually a small, translucent crystal, which seemed to contain some mysterious power. The passageway to the other world is made from a small crystal like this? Long Yu thought for a moment, but didn't think too much about it for now. After the passageway turned into a small crystal, it lost its ability to send the hexagonal crystal beasts out. Moreover, it was kept in the ancient dragon bone tower. There shouldn't be any major problems. Looks like the matter here is settled. Get the South Campus Dean to come and clean up the place. It's time for us to reinforce other places. Seeing this situation, the two elders of the Heavenly Mandate Academy also showed great respect to Long Yu. "Brother Long, where do you think we should go next? How's the situation in the headquarters?" Long Yu asked. "The Dean is holding on by himself. I'm afraid the situation isn't very good," the middle-aged elder of the Heavenly Mandate Academy said in a low voice. "Then let's go to the headquarters first." Long Yu nodded and said, "Okay, let's not delay. Let's go." Everyone nodded in agreement. At this time, the Central Sacred Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Academy, which was also the headquarters, had been completely occupied by a kind of spiky ball-shaped beast. Even the Dean of the Heavenly Mandate Academy had to retreat because there were too many spiky ball-shaped beasts. Moreover, there were several powerful beings in the Tribulation Realm like the Dean. Bei Tianyi had led the homeless people of the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Academy here and met up with the martial arts practitioners of the Central Sacred Academy. However, such a scene made the disciples of the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Academy feel a little hopeless. The Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Academy had been destroyed by the withered ball-shaped beast. Now even the Central Sacred Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Academy would fall into the hands of these ugly beasts? Turns out that these beasts all came out from the alien world passage. At the front of the crowd, a young man squinted and said, "The Southern Academy is doing well. Now they are coming to support us. Don't be impatient, everyone." This man was the Dean of the Central Sacred Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Academy and the strongest martial arts practitioner in charge of the 5 academies of the Heavenly Mandate Academy, Linghu Qianyan. Linghu Qianyan wore a white robe and looked gentle. The long sword on his back seemed to be just a decoration. However, this person was one of the strongest people in the Heavenly Gang realm today. Dean, even you can't deal with the beast from the secret land of the Divine Realm in the Academy. Who else can? Someone on the side was surprised. Has the problem of the Southern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Academy been solved? There are no beasts from the secret land there, right? No. Ling Hu Qianyan shook his head. The Southern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Academy also has a beast from the secret land of the Divine Realm. Now even I am curious about how they killed that beast. Bai Tianyi was standing on the side. Hearing Ling Hu Qianyan's words, his heart skipped a beat. The beasts from the secret land of the Divine Realm were all killed by Elder Tsang and the others? Elder Tsang was, of course, one of the 2 elders of the Heavenly Mandate Academy sent to support the Southern Academy. The other elder was middle-aged and was called Elder Yun. They were both warriors in the Heavenly Tribulation Realm. That is a beast from the secret land of the Divine Realm. Even Elder Tsang can't deal with it, can he? Someone was even more confused. Even if there are warriors in the Heavenly Tribulation Realm from other forces going to support, it is unlikely. After all, it is not a matter of numbers. No matter how many warriors in the Heavenly Tribulation Realm there are, they should not be a match for the beast from the secret land of the Divine Realm. Once the Divine Realm is out, who can resist it? Let's wait for them to come. Ling Hu Qianyan waved his hand, indicating that everyone should not be anxious. However, there was also a touch of anxiety in the depths of his eyes. How could Ling Hu Qianyan, as the head of the academy, not be anxious when the Heavenly Mandate Academy was facing such a calamity? He almost thought that the entire Heavenly Mandate Academy was about to be destroyed. Fortunately, the appearance of a young man brought about a turning point in the situation. Ling Hu Qianyan, of course, received the news that it was Long Yu who activated the ancient Dragon Bone Tower to suppress most of the beast's strength. That was how they were able to destroy the beast from the secret land of the Divine Realm. He did not directly tell them about it. Instead, he quietly waited for the arrival of Long Yu and the others. Finally, not long after, a group of 7 warriors in the Heavenly Tribulation Realm, plus Long Yu, He Qinxue, and Yu Wenliang, flew over from the distant sky at an extremely fast speed. They are here. Thousands of people were hovering in the air. Some martial arts practitioners in the secret realm of the true spirit realm were also standing on flying soldiers. Seeing Long Yu and the others flying over, a touch of excitement appeared on their faces. 7 warriors in the Heavenly Tribulation Realm came together. This gave them a burst of hope. 7 warriors in the Heavenly Tribulation Realm and the head of the Academy, Ling Hu Qianyan, should be able to deal with that terrifying beast, right? When Bai Tianyi saw Long Yu flying over, his expression changed immediately. It is indeed that kid. What a pity that the Northern Academy. Bai Tianyi's expression darkened. Chapter 421. Bai Tianyi had been a little regretful at first, but now that he saw that Long Yu had gone to the Southern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Academy to help destroy the beast, he was quite upset. Headmaster Ling Hu, the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate Academy has been destroyed by the beast. Why don't you let everyone go to help the Northern Academy first? Bai Tianyi directly suggested to Ling Hu Qianyan. This matter is no longer a matter of the Heavenly Mandate Academy alone. Let's listen to everyone else's opinion. Ling Hu Qianyan waved his hand and smiled slightly, making it clear that he did not agree with Bai Tianyi's suggestion. Of course, he had also heard that not long ago, Bai Tianyi had led people to try to rob Long Yu of the Dragon Bone Tower. Obviously, Bai Tianyi had done something wrong. Now, it was only right for Bai Tianyi to have a taste of his own medicine. When Long Yu and the others flew over, Ling Hu Qianyan went up to greet them alone. He laughed and said, "You guys came at the right time. Brother Long Yu, it's all thanks to you this time. I hope you can help our Heavenly Mandate Sacred Institute as usual. After this is done, the Heavenly Mandate Academy will reward you for your help. As the headmaster of the Heavenly Mandate Academy, Ling Hu Qianyan would not be stingy and threw out temptation directly. Headmaster, you are too kind. The old man, Wang Chongfeng, waved his hand casually and said, You don't have to reward me. Give it to Long Yu. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go kill the beast first. Haha, good. Ling Hu Qianyan laughed heartily. Elder Tsang, you can go down and maintain the order. After all, the people of the Heavenly Mandate Academy and the Northern Academy are all here. As for the beast, I will deal with it on your behalf. Yes. The gray-robed elder of the two elders of the Heavenly Mandate Academy replied, Yes. He flew toward the place where many martial arts cultivators were gathered, ready to take care of Ling Hu Qianyan. Such a scene, of course, needed a warrior in the Tribulation Realm. As the headmaster, Ling Hu Qianyan naturally had to go and kill the beast, so Elder Tsang had to stay behind to take care of the scene. Ling Hu Qianyan ignored Bai Tianyi's suggestion and flew toward the Sacred Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Central with everyone else. The beast that appeared in the headquarters is a spiky ball-shaped beast. There's nothing special about it, but the beast in the divine secret realm is too strong. I'm not its match alone. Ling Hu Qianyan said as he flew. Let alone you, even if all of us were to work together, we wouldn't be able to block that beast's innate secret skill. Wang Chongfeng chuckled. If we want to kill that exotic beast, we'll have to rely on Long Yu. If not for the fact that he controls the ancient dragon skeleton pagoda and can suppress most of the exotic beast's combat power, there's no way we'd be able to deal with an existence in the divinity realm. That's true. Ling Hu Qianyan smiled and nodded at Long Yu to show his friendliness. Soon, everyone approached the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy. A sharp and overbearing aura came rushing at them. That was the aura emitted by those spiky ball-shaped exotic beasts. Those exotic beasts had spikes all over their bodies, and the power they could release was like sword light, sharp and overbearing. Dragon Skeleton Pagoda, come out! As they approached the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy, Long Yu flipped his hand and tossed out the dragon scale of the 9 underworlds. He then moved his will and released the entire Dragon Skeleton Pagoda. In the distance, Bai Tianyi watched as the Dragon Skeleton Pagoda continued to expand. He gritted his teeth in hatred. Xuanji Shanhai, who was behind him, suddenly had a glint in his eyes. He said to Bai Tianyi, Master, one of those people seems to be Wang Chongfeng, who has disappeared for a long time. He seems to be on good terms with Long Yu. Should we inform the people of the Thundercloud Castle? If he informed the people of the Thundercloud Castle, then the 3 castle lords of the Thundercloud Castle would definitely appear and clash with Wang Chongfeng. This would create chaos, and then there would be a chance to snatch the ancient dragon skeleton tower from Long Yu's hands. Don't talk nonsense. Bai Tianyi was already in a bad mood. Hearing Xuanji Shanhai's words, he became even more furious. Now is the time when the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy is in danger. Do you think it's not chaotic enough? You want the people of the Thundercloud Castle to add to the chaos? If that happens, the entire Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy will be finished. Let's see where you can hide. Obviously, Bai Tianyi did not agree with Xuanji Shanhai's plan. He even reprimanded Xuanji Shanhai. As the master of the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy, Bai Tianyi would not make the same mistake a second time after making one. At that moment, he knew that he could not do anything to Long Yu. Xuanji Shanhai's face darkened after being reprimanded. While Bai Tianyi was paying attention to Long Yu and the others in the distance, he retreated quietly and found 2 of his trusted subordinates. Guan Shanxiong, Zhan Ting, the 2 of you have received many favors from me. Now I have something for you to do. Are you willing to do it? Xuanji Shanhai asked in a low voice after summoning the 2 of them. Guan Shanxiong and Zhan Ting were the two disciples of the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate who had chased after Long Yu in the ancient Dragon Bone Tower. 2 years ago, both of them were in the Renhua realm. Now, both of them had entered the human tribulation realm and were about to undergo the human tribulation. The burly Guan Shanxiong and the tall Zhan Ting looked at each other and nodded. Thanks to senior brother Xuanji's care these past 2 years, we were able to step into the human tribulation realm in one fell swoop. Senior brother, if you have any orders, just tell us. All right. Xuanji Shanhai nodded with satisfaction. Go to the Thundercloud Castle, and tell the people of the Thundercloud Castle about what happened here. I believe that the 3 lords of the castle will not be able to hold themselves back. At that time, we will take advantage of the chaos to deal with Long Yu and snatch the Dragon Bone Tower from him. What? Guan Shanxiong's expression changed. Senior brother, this is not a joking matter. Right now, Headmaster Ling Hu seems to admire Long Yu very much. If we do this, won't we lose our footing in the Sacred Academy? If we get the Dragon Bone Tower, do we still need to stay in the Sacred Academy? Xuanji Shanhai said calmly. His words made Guan Shanxiong and Zhan Ting's hearts skip a beat. Indeed, the Sacred Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy had suffered such a great change. Even if they successfully survived the crisis, their strength would be greatly reduced. It was inevitable that they would be bullied by the other major forces. Instead of staying in the Sacred Academy and being bullied by others, it was better to snatch the Dragon Bone Tower and rely on it to join other forces. In fact, the two of them were still too narrow-minded. Xuanji Shanhai's intention was to use the Dragon Bone Tower to build their own force, but the two of them were only thinking of joining other forces. Xuanji Shanhai's sinister plan was quickly carried out by Guan Shanxiong and Zhan Ting. But Bai Tianyi knew nothing about it. He was thinking of letting Long Yu and the others quickly settle the matter here, and then reclaim the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy. After all, the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy was his life's work. How could he just watch it be destroyed and occupied by strange beasts? Long Yu activated the Dragon Bone Tower and followed the crowd. He had already absorbed many spiny beasts of the human realm into the Dragon Bone Tower. The moment he stepped into the human glory state, even human tribulation realm beasts could not withstand the power of the ancient Dragon Bone Pagoda. All of them were sucked in and imprisoned. As for the spiny beasts of the heaven realm, they were all handed over to the 7 cultivators in the tribulation realm. The 2 highest elders of Yellow Sand Sky City, the 3rd Palace Lord and 4th Palace Lord of the Glaze Moon Palace, the middle-aged Elder Yun of the Sacred Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy, Ling Hu Qianyan, and Wang Chongfeng. With so many cultivators in the tribulation realm gathered together, it was impossible to see them except for the great selection that was held every 20 years. But now, when faced with the threat from the alien world, they were still united. Both of you, the Sacred Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy, had conflicts with Yellow Sand Sky City in the past. Please don't take it to heart, Ling Hu Qianyan said to the 2 highest elders of Yellow Sand Sky City, respectfully and apologetically. In the face of a great enemy, let's put aside our past grievances for the time being. One of the highest elders said lightly, but after this we still have to do what we should do. The bullying of the disciples of Yellow Sand Sky City by the Sacred Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy is not something that can be resolved with just a few words. I am also deeply sorry about this. Ling Hu Qianyan shook his head and said, even so, I still thank you for coming to the Sacred Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy to help. Cut the crap. That exotic beast is right in front of us. The other highest elder of Yellow Sand Sky City interrupted their conversation and pointed to the front. The 2 highest elders of Yellow Sand Sky City looked to be in their 70s or 80s. They looked quite similar. They were brothers with the surname Sun, and people called them First Elder Sun and second elder soon. Hearing this, everyone looked forward and saw that in the center of the Sacred Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy, there was a huge spiny beast wreaking havoc on the entire Sacred Academy. The building of the Sacred Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy floating in midair was even larger than the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy. However, it was unable to hold out for long against this huge, spiny beast. At this moment, the entire Sacred Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy was beyond recognition. "Let's go, I'll suppress it first." As Long Yu spoke, he mobilized the ancient dragon bone pagoda. An extremely terrifying pressure burst forth, enveloping the thorny ball exotic beast. The spiny beast had long sensed the aura of the ancient dragon bone tower. At this moment, there was no hesitation at all. It gathered a sharp and overbearing force and charged at the ancient dragon bone tower. The ancient dragon bone tower made the spiny beast feel a sense of panic and fear. This made it very unhappy. The chi of the underworld emanated from the ancient dragon bone tower. Very quickly, it surrounded the spiny beast. The overbearing aura immediately suppressed the spiny beast completely. Go! The 7 Heavenly Tribulation Realm experts took advantage of this opportunity to unleash their strongest attack. The Tyrannosaurus of Sand, Thundercloud Storm, Heavenly Mandate Divine Light, as well as the Crimson and Purple Divine characters of the 2 Palace Lords of the Glaze Moon Palace were all unleashed. Be careful of the innate powers of the beast. You must avoid it, Wang Chongfeng reminded everyone. Then, he felt a sharp aura from the spiny beast, as if it was about to explode. His expression changed slightly. Hide in the ancient dragon bone tower. The middle-aged elder Yun of the Sacred Academy of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Academy immediately called out. He took the lead and flew to the bottom of the ancient dragon bone tower, hiding inside. In order to deal with the powerful beasts in the secret realm, the suppression of the ancient dragon bone tower was only one aspect. Chapter 422. When the sharp and intimidating aura was emitted from the spiky ball exotic beast, everyone, including Long Yu himself, ran into the ancient dragon skeleton tower. Fortunately, the spiky ball exotic beast's innate powers could not be performed instantly, giving everyone a few breaths' time to prepare. At the next moment, a series of spiky ball sword auras swept out from the spiky ball exotic beast, raining down on the ancient dragon skeleton tower like a downpour. Clanging sounds rang out continuously. Even those hiding in the ancient dragon skeleton tower could hear them clearly. At the same time, the entire ancient dragon skeleton tower shook. As Long Yu had entered the ancient dragon skeleton tower, there was no way for him to stabilize it. As such, he could only allow the spiky ball exotic beast to attack the tower. Everyone felt a little worried as they sensed the shaking ancient dragon skeleton tower, afraid that it would be destroyed by the spiky ball exotic beast. Of course, their worries were futile. The ancient dragon skeleton tower was a powerful weapon used by the dragons of the 9 underworlds when they were alive. Its sturdiness was imaginable. Even exotic beasts from the secret realms would find it impossible to destroy the ancient dragon skeleton tower. However, everyone hid in the ancient dragon skeleton tower. They could feel the tower shaking non-stop, but the spiky ball exotic beast did not stop even after a long time. Once this innate power is activated, it's actually this powerful. As Heavenly Tribulation Realm cultivators, they all felt a little emotional and yearning at the same time. They were only a step away from the Divine Ability Secret Realm, but it was extremely difficult for them to take that step. Most of them might not even be able to take that step in their entire lives. Now that they saw an ugly exotic beast from another world that could actually use innate powers, they all felt a little helpless. Was the Heavenly Mandate continent really just a corner of the vast world? This deepened their desire to pass the Great Selection and head out of the Heavenly Mandate continent. It was a pity that only a few of them were qualified to participate in the Great Selection. After all, most of them were over 40 years old and no longer qualified to participate in the Great Selection. With a series of rumbles, the ancient dragon skeleton tower seemed to have been knocked back several thousand feet. Finally, after the time it took for an incense stick to burn, the attacks outside finally ended. "Let's go. Hurry up and get out of here. We'll destroy it in one fell swoop while it's still breathing." Yellow Sand Sky City's great elders soon roared and flew out of the first level's exit, bursting out of the ancient dragon bone tower. When the others saw this, they hesitated for a moment before following suit. Long Yu followed at the back of everyone else. As soon as he went out, he activated the dragon bone tower, causing it to move forward. At the same time, he saw that the dragon bone tower had indeed been pushed back thousands of feet by the spiky ball beast. It was already very far away from the Heavenly Mandate Academy. On the other hand, the spiky orb exotic beast seemed to be catching its breath, and was resting in the sky not far away. This strange beast was a ball filled with sword spikes. If the sword spikes were included, it would be dozens of feet tall. It was more than 10 times larger than a human martial cultivator. Such a strange beast, floating in the 5-colored heavenly astral light, caused one's hair to stand on end upon seeing it. The 7 Heavenly Tribulation Realm experts took this opportunity to close in on the spiky orb exotic beast at an extremely fast speed. The spiky orb exotic beast was indeed not very smart, or rather, it had no brain at all. It seemed that the spiky orb exotic beast's hatred for the ancient dragon bone tower was very high, causing it to focus all its energy on destroying the ancient dragon bone tower. This gave the others the opportunity to take advantage of it. Sand Tyrannosaurus, Thunderstorm, Heavenly Mandate Divine Light, all sorts of attacks were unleashed at the same time. Furthermore, every Heavenly Tribulation Realm expert displayed 4 or 5 different techniques. It was a feast for the eyes. While Long Yu was observing the battle, he also swept a glance at the surrounding sky. The scene that entered his eyes caused his heart to sink. The ancient dragon bone tower had been pushed back thousands of feet by the spiky orb exotic beast. The disciples of the Heavenly Mandate Academy and the North College, who had gathered together earlier, were scattered. Of course, they were mainly frightened by the aura of the spiky orb exotic beast. They wanted nothing more than to control the ancient dragon bone tower themselves. At this moment, thousands of people were scattered in the distant sky. In addition to the disciples of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Institute and the Northern Academy of Heavenly Mandate, Long Yu unexpectedly saw hundreds of martial arts cultivators from another major force. Thundercloud Fortress. The disciples of Thundercloud Fortress were all wearing purple lightning robes. They were very easy to recognize. Long Yu recognized them at a glance. Among them, a few of the leaders were actually exuding the aura of Heavenly Tribulation Realm experts. Flying Crow Du Sun, Ingrate Lei Wenxing, Soul-Chasing Evil Ghost Ning Yixing. Wang Changfeng's 3 disciples are all here? Long Yu squinted his eyes. He could roughly guess their purpose for coming. To help deal with the exotic beast? Of course, this was impossible. These 3 guys were the top 3 of the 7 Bane stars of the Heavenly Mandate continent. It was impossible for them to be so kind. This could be seen from the behavior of Gue-san, who tried to rob the Northern Academy of the Heavenly Mandate continent not long ago but died in the hands of a strange beast. Are they interested in the ancient dragon bone tower? Long Yu guessed. However, he didn't do anything for the time being. He just activated the ancient dragon bone tower with all his might, suppressing the spiky ball exotic beast with the dense aura of 9 underworlds. Under the fierce attacks of the 7 Heavenly Tribulation Realm experts, the spiky ball exotic beast, which was exhausted after using its innate magic, had no way to resist at all. Not long after, the spiky ball exotic beast was blasted into pieces by the crowd. A pile of dark green liquid splattered out of the spiky ball exotic beast's body. It was extremely disgusting. I'll go destroy the tunnel to the other world. Seeing this, Long Yu finally heaved a sigh of relief. Fortunately, these exotic beasts seemed to be rather stupid and didn't know how to conserve their strength. They attacked the ancient dragon bone tower like crazy the moment they saw it, causing them to be exhausted and killed by the Heavenly Tribulation Realm martial arts practitioners. Next, Long Yu had to destroy the tunnel to the other world. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to rest easy. Let Elder Yun accompany you to prevent any accidents from happening. Linghu Qianyan nodded and smiled. Brat, you go first. The old man in ragged clothes, Wang Chongfeng, narrowed his eyes and glanced at the Thundercloud Fortress disciples not far away. He said indifferently, "Those 3 traitorous disciples are only here to watch the show. They must have their eyes on the ancient dragon bone tower. Brat, go destroy the tunnel to the other world. As for those 3 traitorous disciples, I have a score to settle with them. Senior Wang, don't lose out. There are 3 of them." Long Yu pretended to be respectful and concerned. "Don't worry. Now that we're united against the exotic beasts, I definitely won't stand idly by if anyone tries to disrupt our unity." Linghu Qianyan said in a deep voice, "Senior Wang, I've heard of the grudge between you and those 3. However, now really isn't the time to resolve this matter." That depends on whether those 3 traitorous disciples will take the initiative to attack. Given their personalities, it's very hard for them to restrain themselves. Wang Chongfeng snorted coldly. "If they make the first move, we'll definitely help them." The 2 supreme elders of Yellow Sand Sky City said directly, "We've been unhappy with those 3 for a long time. Ever since they became fort lords, how many of our disciples have they killed in the Heavenly Ferocious Forest?" The Heavenly Ferocious Forest was a famous place for training and treasure hunting in the Tiangang realm. The 7 major forces would usually send their disciples there to train. As the Heavenly Ferocious Forest was relatively close to the Thundercloud Fortress, the disciples of the Thundercloud Fortress had indeed gone overboard in recent years. They had killed many disciples of Yellow Sand Sky City who had a grudge against them. "Those who disrupt our unity, we will definitely not let them off lightly." The 2 palace lords of the Glaze Moon Palace nodded and said, "Since everyone says so, then I'm relieved. Everyone, I'll deal with the tunnel to the other world as soon as possible and then go to the next place to slaughter exotic beasts." Long Yu nodded to the crowd and turned to leave. The middle-aged Elder Yun of the Heavenly Mandate Academy followed Long Yu and protected him all the way. He Qinshue and Yu Wenliang of Yellow Sand Sky City also followed Long Yu. Although the 2 of them were not in the Heavenly Tribulation Realm, they were not too far away. With Long Yu's protection, they could resist any danger for a while. When Long Yu turned to leave, the group of disciples of the Thundercloud Fortress, who were following the 3 fort lords, also immediately moved. They all flew in the direction that Long Yu had gone. Hundreds of people moved together, and the scene was spectacular. Those 3 traitorous disciples are indeed eyeing the ancient dragon bone tower. Court Lord Linghu, I can't let them do whatever they want in such a situation. Wang Chongfeng snorted coldly when he saw the situation. "Stop them." Linghu Qianyan raised his hand and went forward alone, flying in the air at an extremely fast speed. Wang Chongfeng did not hesitate at all. Based on the grudge between him and those 3 traitorous disciples, he flew more energetically and faster than anyone else. The 4 Heavenly Tribulation Realm cultivators from Yellow Sand Sky City and Glaze Moon Palace also did not hesitate and followed Linghu Qianyan to stop the people of the Thundercloud Fortress. At the same time, the elder of the Heavenly Mandate Academy gathered all the disciples again. Looking in the direction that Linghu Qianyan was heading, he also called for everyone to fly in the air together. In just an instant, not far from the Heavenly Mandate Academy, the 2 forces were about to confront each other. Originally, Wang Chongfeng and Linghu Qianyan definitely had the upper hand in this aspect. After all, they had twice the number of heavenly tribulation realm cultivators. But soon, a large group of people from other forces suddenly appeared from 3 or 4 other directions. It's the people from the 9 Heaven Star Palace. Even their palace lord is here. They are so aggressive. And the people from the Kanglan Sword sect. Even that genius Yen Xing is only following behind them. It seems that the people leading them are either the sect lord or the elders. A palace lord and 2 deputy palace lords from the 9 Heaven Star Palace are all here. A sect lord, a law enforcement elder, and a punishment elder from the Kanglan Sword sect are also here. The people from the Chess Soul Valley are also here. Wasn't this force always too lazy to come out and walk around? Now there are actually 2 heavenly tribulation realm cultivators. The large group of people from the 4 forces, including the Thundercloud Fortress, approached rapidly from afar, tightly surrounding the entire Heavenly Mandate Academy and the surrounding space. Immediately, the leaders of the various forces stood up and gathered together, heading toward Linghu Qianyan and the others with a fierce aura. Chapter 423. When Long Yu destroyed the portal to the other world and obtained a crystal, he stored it in the Dragon Bone Tower. Then, he followed Elder Yun of the Heavenly Mandate Academy out. He Qinshue and Yu Wenliang stayed by Long Yu's side to ensure his safety. When the 4 of them flew into the air and were a distance away from the Heavenly Mandate Academy, they realized that something was wrong outside. Why are there so many people? Yu Wenliang had a look of surprise on his face. He looked around and his expression became serious. Long Yu also realized that something was wrong. Not far away from the Heavenly Mandate Academy, there was a group of martial arts cultivators from several forces. They surrounded the academy, Linghu Qianyan, Wang Chongfeng, and the others. Thundercloud Fortress, Jiutian Star Palace, Kanglan Sword Sect, Chess Soul Valley. The 4 forces have actually joined forces. The middle-aged Elder Yun of the Heavenly Mandate Academy frowned slightly. Let's be careful and meet up with the Master first. Soon, the 4 of them returned to the group and stood at the front of the crowd, with Linghu Qianyan, Wang Chongfeng, and the others. What's going on? Long Yu asked Wang Chongfeng directly. These people are here to take your Dragon Bone Tower. Wang Chongfeng said with a sullen face, there are so many greedy people in this world. These 4 forces have really opened my eyes. The 4 forces have a total of 11 tribulation realm cultivators. We are no match for them if we fight them head-on. Linghu Qianyan squinted and said, but, little brother Long Yu, can your Dragon Bone Tower suppress their tribulation realm cultivators? I'm afraid not. I've tried. Long Yu shook his head. Previously, when Bei Tianyi, Yen Xing, and Xiao Ziji wanted to deal with him, Long Yu had already tried, but the Dragon Bone Tower obviously could not suppress human martial arts cultivators. It could only suppress the combat power of exotic beasts. Have you thought about it? At that moment, the 9 Heaven Star Palace's palace master, Ling Zhiping, stood in front of the group of martial cultivators and said righteously, the ancient dragon skeleton pagoda belongs to the strong. Even in the hands of a mere mortal realm brat like Long Yu, it can unleash such power. One can only imagine how much power a heavenly tribulation realm expert can unleash. Not bad. An old man in the heavenly tribulation realm from the Chess Soul Valley agreed with what he said. The Heavenly Mandate Sacred Institute is facing a great calamity. We should unite and show our greatest strength in order to deal with those beasts. The ancient Dragon Bone Tower clearly can't unleash its full power in Long Yu's hands. Even if I hand it over, who should I give it to? Long Yu narrowed his eyes and glanced at the people around him. His tone was filled with mockery. These fellows were driven by greed to snatch his ancient dragon skeleton tower, yet they could still come up with such a righteous reason. They were truly shameless. Naturally, it belongs to the strongest. The old man from the Chess Soul Valley chuckled. He wore a gray robe with a chessboard embroidered on it and said matter-of-factly, "There are only a few heavenly tribulation realm cultivators. Why can't we just have a competition?" Chess Soul Lord, are you getting old? Is your brain failing you? Ling Hu Qianyan mocked him without holding back. Now that the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Institute is facing a great calamity, the beasts are invading. If we don't get rid of these beasts, the entire Heavenly Mandate continent will suffer. Now you're saying that you want us Heavenly Tribulation Realm cultivators to compete with each other? Not to mention whether we'll be injured in the competition, just the time we'll waste is enough for the alien worlds to send more beasts from the secret realm. Don't we have the ancient dragon skeleton tower? The old man, the chess soul lord, did not care at all. As long as we Heavenly Tribulation Realm cultivators obtain the ancient dragon skeleton tower, what are the beasts from the secret realm to us? To tell you the truth, even if I hand over the ancient dragon skeleton tower, you won't be able to control it. Long Yu looked at the old man in disdain. How will we know if we don't try? If a mere human realm brat like you can control it, why can't we cultivators? The chess soul lord looked at Long Yu with disdain in his eyes. He did not think much of Long Yu at all. Enough, cut the crap. At that moment, the skinny man in black robes leading the Thundercloud Fortress said coldly, "Either you hand over the ancient dragon skeleton tower, or we'll do it ourselves. The outcome will be the same. I'll give you 3 breaths of time to make your choice." This person was the leader of the 7 Stars of Calamity, Raven Du Sun. Wang Chongfeng and the others sneered when they heard that. My traitorous disciple sure is impressive now. He's so aggressive even when he's out to rob others. Old man, why aren't you dead yet? Raven Du Sun's words almost made Wang Chongfeng vomit blood. I won't die even if you die. Don't you want to fight? Bring it on then. Wang Chongfeng did not fear Raven Du Sun at all as he provoked him contemptuously. This put Raven Du Sun in a difficult position. It was not that he did not dare to attack Wang Chongfeng out of courtesy, but if he were to fight Wang Chongfeng, he would definitely not be able to defeat him. This was because Wang Chongfeng cultivated the Heaven's Blood crying technique and had comprehended the hidden divine text. These were things that Raven Du Sun lacked. More than a decade ago, Raven Du Sun had helped Yu Qingsha lure Wang Chongfeng out in order to obtain the Heaven's Blood crying technique. However, he had not expected to be tricked by Yu Qingsha. To this day, Raven Du Sun had not comprehended the Heaven Crystal laws. As for the hidden divine text, he had only comprehended 1/10 of the hidden divine text. He could not compare to Wang Chongfeng at all. He was able to become the master of the Thundercloud Fortress because of his viciousness and the help of his second and third brothers. Lei Wenxing, the ungrateful wolf, and Ning Yixing, the soul-chasing devil, were the second and third masters of the Thundercloud Fortress in name, but in fact they were the subordinates of Raven Du Sun. Attack together. Raven Du Sun hesitated for a moment, then called for the second and third castle lords to step forward together. As soon as the 3 of them stepped forward, a powerful aura suddenly burst out, and they flew toward Wang Chongfeng. We will settle our personal grudges with this old man. Outsiders do not interfere. Raven Du Sun shouted. Suddenly, a large flock of black crows flew out from his black robe, almost covering the entire sky. Go! When Ling Hu Qianyan saw this, without any hesitation, he directly condensed a beam of heavenly mandate divine light at the fastest speed, and with a speed faster than Wang Chongfeng's thunderstorm, it swept toward Raven Du Sun. Light explosion. The heavenly mandate divine light suddenly burst out, and the large flock of black crows was blown up. They all turned into black smoke and dissipated. White wolf real spirit. Ingrate Lei Wenxing looked like an evil wolf. At this time, with a howl, a white wolf real spirit appeared behind him, filling the entire space with a gloomy atmosphere. White wolf fangs. A series of sharp fangs suddenly shot toward Ling Hu Qianyan, breaking through the air at an extremely fast speed. Light screen. As the Chief Institute Lord of the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Institute, Ling Hu Qianyan had, of course, cultivated the Heavenly Mandate Divine Light to the highest level. At this time, he raised his hand, and a light screen of Heavenly Mandate Divine Light appeared, completely blocking those sharp white wolf fangs. Heavenly Blood Tears. After Wang Chongfeng directly threw out the thundercloud storm, he released the Heavenly Blood Tears. He was the only cultivator who had comprehended the Heavenly Crystal Level Law. This was because most of the other cultivators who could comprehend the Heavenly Crystal Level Law had already left the Heavenly Mandate continent and were brought to the outside world. The Heavenly Blood Tears suddenly burst out, dyeing the entire sky blood red. The five-colored Heavenly Spirit glow seemed to lose its luster. As soon as Wang Chongfeng's Heavenly Crystal Level Law came out, the soul-chasing evil ghost Ning Yixing sprinkled a misty fog. Together with the large flock of black crows that were constantly condensing, they rushed toward the blood-red power of the Heavenly Blood Tears. The battle actually began just like that. Long Yu saw that Ling Hu Qianyan was actually risking his life to protect his ancient dragon bone tower. He was a little touched, but he was not too moved. After all, it was the Heavenly Mandate Academy that was currently facing a great calamity. He, Long Yu, had the ancient dragon bone tower to help the Heavenly Mandate Academy repel the exotic beast. It was completely reasonable for Ling Hu Qianyan to do so. It was not too strange. It should be known that right now, Ling Hu Qianyan was definitely thinking of quickly dealing with the exotic beasts and driving them away from the various branches of the Heavenly Mandate Academy. He definitely did not want to see something happen to Long Yu. He was even more unwilling to see the ancient dragon bone tower fall into the hands of the group before him. The head palace lord is here. Let's do it. At this moment, the fourth palace lord and the third palace lord of the Glaze Moon Palace saw a woman dressed in a bright red dress flying over from afar. They looked at each other and then directly released the power of the red and purple divine characters, blasting toward where Raven Du Sun was. The woman in the bright red dress wore a bright red veil and appeared extremely mysterious. Her aura was also that of a heavenly tribulation realm cultivator. The moment she appeared from the horizon, she was already before everyone in the blink of an eye. With a raise of her hand, a wave of the power of the red divine characters swept toward Raven Du Sun. To capture the bandits, one must first capture the ringleader. The three female palace lords of the Glaze Moon Palace had the same goal at this moment, to kill Raven Du Sun first. In the Heavenly Dipper realm, Heavenly Tribulation realm cultivators rarely fought each other, let alone a large-scale battle like this. And today, these people were fighting because of the ancient dragon bone tower that Long Yu possessed. The 7 major forces were divided into 2 camps. A great battle between Heavenly Tribulation realm cultivators broke out just like that. The 9 Heaven Star Palace and the Azure Water Sword sect each sent 3 Heavenly Tribulation realm cultivators. When they saw the situation, they immediately attacked Ling Hu Qianyan. From the Glaze Moon Palace, 3 female cultivators surrounded Raven Du Sun, forcing him to run for his life. However, Ling Hu Qianyan was surrounded by 6 people at the same time. Ling Zhiping, why aren't you retreating? If you take another step forward, all the members of the 9 Heaven Star Palace will soon be dead. At this moment, a cold voice was heard. It was Wang Chongfeng who had secretly used the power of the hidden divine character while Raven Du Sun was being held back. He scuttled above the heads of the 9 Heaven Star Palace disciples. Instantly, a blood-red mist enveloped all the 9 Heaven Star Palace disciples. You're tuning into the Phoenix Knights YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.